Welcome to this Wednesday night edition of Premier League WIFFLE. We continue Week 15 with a matchup of two playoff hopeful teams. Tonight we have a battle between the top-ranked Vaderz and the fifth-place Legends. Vaderz, coming in at 28-14, have been one of the top two teams the entire season and look to hold on to their number one spot in the standings. Winners of their last three series and led by Cy Young candidate Billy Santiwan, the Vaderz have shown week in and week out they are the real deal in only their second season in PLW and have a title in their sights. The Legends, sitting at 22-20, feel like they belong in the conversation right alongside the Vaderz as they outscored this team last week 25-16, but dropped 2 out of 3 in the process. They welcome back talented Derek Corral to the lineup tonight and look to him to be the piece they were missing last week in the series. Do the Vaderz stay hot and take their fourth straight series, or do the Legends outscore them again and work to solidify their spot in the postseason? We will find out tonight on PLW. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Premier League WIFFLE here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Kyle Lohman, joined by Cody Runnels in the booth this evening. How are you doing tonight, Cody?
Doing good, Kyle. How are you, man? It's a big series for the playoffs and everything going on with the standings.
Yeah, big series. I believe the Vaderz magic number is 4 currently. If they get to 32 wins, they will have a guaranteed playoff spot, not having to worry about any of the tiebreakers. And the Legends are kind of in the mix down there in that 5th spot, where for some reason, if they got swept tonight, that kind of brings in a whole bunch more teams, like the Cajuns and the Night Owls and the Bombers all together. There's basically 5 teams kind of fighting for the last 2 spots, really, or even 6 teams fighting for the last 3 spots. It'll be really interesting to see how these next few weeks pan out and who will end up on top and in the fight for the title here.
Yeah, it's definitely getting down to the nitty-gritties. These games are getting a little more intense, and the emotions are coming out. This one's going to be fun. We got the oldest team by average age versus the youngest.
That's right.
The Legends' youngest player is Casey Taravella at 28, and the Vaderz' oldest player is Billy Santiwan at 28.
They did add recently Dave Cabrera, who's, I believe, the oldest man in the league, but I don't think we've seen him take the field too much tonight.
Yeah, besides Dave, obviously.
Yeah, but these Legends are full of veterans, some power-hitting former softball players led by Jason Stephenson, Nick Sansone, of course, our main man, Trench Pacone. He's going to be over on third. He'll get a start tonight as well. Casey Taravella on the bump in game number 1.
No, they're going Stevenson.
Jason Stephenson on the bump in game 1. You are correct.
They got some guys running in late, so they want to go with the better defense, so Stevenson's going to go game 1.
Yeah, Billy Santiwan for the Vaderz, Jason Stephenson for the Legends. The Vaderz lineup is as such. Billy Santiwan leading off, Tanner Rounding batting second, Kyle Etter batting third, Gio Battistoni, the hot-hitting Gio Battistoni.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of surprising to have him there in the cleanup spot. Could easily be batting leadoff or number 2, especially with the absence of Ethan Ibarra tonight. It's going to be Alec Hutt actually batting 5th, Nate Stepna out of town for the week, and Kenny Santiwan batting 6th tonight with some substitutes of Sasai Alarcon and Jason Walker and Dave Cabrera.
Yeah, definitely some shuffling going on. Guys are, it's the summer and guys are traveling for work and vacations and stuff. So you're seeing how deep some of these teams are and missing guys.
It is important that we do have these 12-man rosters. As yes, we are what we can try to consider ourselves a professional sport, but at the same time we are partially recreation as well. So look, people have other commitments that they have, and they can't always make it, but the Legends are here, and they are basically as fully loaded as they need to be, and this should be a good battle tonight, and we'll see how Jason Stephenson does facing Billy Santiwan here at the top of the first in game number 1.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Billy batting leadoff with no Ethan. I believe Ethan's at the Dodger game today. He was at my house Sunday talking about it.
Billy fouls the first pitch back. Billy started the year kind of hot, doing his slap hitting style, singles all over the yard. He's cooled off a little bit as of late, but he has shown some power recently with a couple of home runs in his last few series.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very streaky. Get kind of hits in waves. When he's going real good, and when he's cold, he's cold.
Screwball from Stevenson misses wide, 2-2. See how these Vaderz approach this Legends pitching staff tonight, if they're a little patient and try to work deep in counts as Billy works a full count here. First batter of the night.
Good way to start the game for the Vaderz. They can get a walk early on Stevenson. That'd be huge.
Billy smokes that one left side between Pacone and Wigfield, and he's on for a leadoff single. Billy Santiwan doing his job, top of the order.
Yeah, got to step up when you got your big guns out with Baragon. That's a perfect way to start the game for Billy. He looked good on that at bat. Took the count deep and got a base hit.
Tanner rolls over this one. Back to J-Rock's going to flip it to Decal at second. Can he fire to the backstop for two? And he hits the strike zone and a beautiful double play. And just like that, the leadoff base hit does not hurt them. 2 out, nobody on after that. Beautiful double play.
Well, Corral, DC has no rust after missing a month. He looked like he's in mid-season form right there.
Yeah, welcome addition not only on defense there at second base, but of course at the plate, a man who earlier this season had 6 home runs in one series.
Here's my guy leading Rookie of the Year candidate, Kyle Etter, man. He's been on fire lately.
He's just been hitting nothing but nukes.
Yeah, he told me he's made some adjustments in the...
Oh, he smokes that one opposite field, but right at Chris Coleman in the right center field gap. Etter kind of can't believe there's a man there. But the Legends positioned perfectly on defense. And despite a leadoff single, what looked like they may be starting early, a double play and a line drive out, and the Legends get out of it in the top of the first.
Yeah, that's a great start for the Legends. The Vaderz are a young team, and when they get going and jump on teams early, they are like a freight train. They're hard to stop. But if you can stifle them for a few innings, they kind of start pressing. They can start talking to each other and getting a little frustrated. That's a perfect start for the Legends.
Yeah, they're a team that's kind of built on momentum. One of the loudest groups here when they start to get a little bit of a rally going and a couple of big hits, especially when they get hits from guys that are not necessarily the guys who are known to get the big hits. That's when they can get extra loud and they can kind of beat you both on the field and on the sidelines.
Oh, good to see Billy Osgood just rolled in. They thought they weren't getting him till game 2, and he's here already. So that's good. Heads up.
That's full depth for the Legends pitching staff now. Osgood, Pacone, Stephenson, Taravella.
Etter playing short tonight, coming out of the outfield. So he's a good athlete. He can play anywhere, but they're definitely having to move some parts around with Ethan not here.
Yeah, normally Ibarra's been playing shortstop, and even Stepna some as well. Billy Santiwan plays there as well when he's not on the mound. Kyle Etter's been ranging that outfield and playing Gold Glove caliber defense. We'll see how he does in the infield. Sansone takes 55, double nickels, outside pipe.
That was oh God, if Billy has that one, it's going to be...
He rolls over this one right back to Santiwan, who fires to the backstop for out number 1. Just what the doctor ordered for Santiwan there to retire the hard-hitting Sansone.
That first knuckleball moved 3 different ways. The second one was a little flat, so it'll be interesting to see what knuckleball he does have here tonight.
Stevenson slaps it up the middle off the hand of Santiwan over to Kenny Santiwan. Pair of brothers there assisting on that play to retire Stevenson. A couple of quick outs for Billy Santiwan here, top of the bottom of the first.
Fresh haircut, Kenny Santiwan with the nice play.
Yeah, I'm not sure the correlation between haircuts and quality of play, but if he has a big night tonight, I'm going to go get myself a fresh one tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to. Look good, feel good, play good, right? That thing is tumbling right now. Oof.
Yeah,
I think he's got the good one today.
We'll see how the knuckleball dances tonight in this 90-degree-plus weather day out here in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Taravella hits that one hard, but it's directly at left fielder Tanner Roundy. And the Legends go quickly as well. Scoreless here after 1 at the Hideaway. Legends, Vaderz. The top of the second inning is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you are buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. You can connect with Leilani on Instagram at Leilani Acuna. Yeah, warm night out here in Las Vegas. Wind non-existent at the moment, Cody. I'm looking at the top of these trees and I don't see a branch moving. So if balls leave the yard tonight, it's kind of interesting here because you would think, well, maybe if in a calm day the ball will fly also if it's warm weather. But yeah, I think when it's not blowing at all, it's kind of like it's blowing in slightly. You really have to earn these bombs tonight. So
yeah, definitely no cheap ones. But there have been a lot of home runs hit the first couple nights. Ooh, that was...
Battistoni rolls one over to Hard hit, though, to Picone, playing first base there against the lefty Battistoni. And he throws him out for the first out here in the top of the second.
Nice play by Trench. I feel like this first game, especially with the weather and Billy on the mound, it's going to be one of those where you can't give a mistake and let the team pile on.
First pitch swinging for Big Alec Hutt. He rolls one over.
Boom.
To Ethan Wakefield at short. Bunch of ground balls so far from both sides. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Stevenson's screwball looks very nice tonight. Sharp, diving in on these hitters' hands. You got to. Usually the game plan is to try to see if he can throw for a strike. He is pumping the zone with it right now.
And there he goes, just like that. 54, as you called it.
That's nasty.
Thinks it gets ahead of Kenny Santiwan here, 0-2. Let's see how he works. Kenny way ahead in the count. Goes a little hot, 56. Misses on that slider away.
Take. That's a good take by Kenny. I know, like, for me, when I see J-Rock, I'm trying to get the slider. That didn't miss by much. Oh, man.
And he goes that screwball, 52 into the pan, freezes Kenny Santiwan. Nice work by Jason Stephenson. And it looks like the move by Brad Ogden to go away from Casey Taravella in game 1 and to go to somebody different, Jason Stephenson, in game number 1 tonight, so far has worked out. Maybe a little bit of, Taravella at 27 years old is going to be fresh kind of no matter what time of night.
Right.
And maybe an older guy, Jason Stephenson, 50 years old, maybe wants to get in the game a little earlier and get loose. Could be something to that effect.
I've heard him talking about that, yeah. It's hard for him to sit and wait till later in game 2 or game 3. I know he originally wanted to be like kind of the closer, but it wasn't working the way they wanted, and I think he needs to get in early, see what he's got, and right now he looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, we do play 3 games here every night. 2.5. I mean, if you don't get in the game until 2+ hours, yeah, he's up there taking some swings, but if that arm's not totally loose, he's not really always playing the field. If he doesn't get into the game until later on, 8:30 at night, sometimes he can be a little tight and maybe not quite feeling himself.
Yeah,
here,
especially with the I know, like, even with me sometimes, your back tightens up if you're not being active and getting loose, so that's good. He looks good.
Santiwan ahead of Decal here, 1-2.
Who's this guy batting? I haven't seen him
Corral,
in a
welcome
month.
addition back. Tips that one. Little hot, 60 miles an hour inside from Santiwan.
Oh,
Hits
that's a
him in.
headshot. Yeah. Welcome back.
No, 65.
Ooh, he wanted to take his base there. It did hit him in the back of the head, but it has to be 65 or above.
That was violence.
I was always interested to see how these guys would take, whether or not they want to be up there swinging or they'll take the free base. Corral goes down
Hits him
swinging.
in the head and then throws a nasty knuckleball right down the middle. That's not friendly.
Yeah, it's amazing how these pitches right down the middle, 55, and these guys are just swinging and missing at them. That knuckleball just, you think it's going to be in one spot and it ends up in a different spot. Man, it's tough.
Yeah.
The league just hasn't quite caught up to it yet. Trench Picone goes opposite field. This ball is going to find grass.
Oh,
Ooh,
Kenny.
It goes off the hands of Kenny Santiwan. I didn't think he had a chance to get to that one. Hung up there forever, and that's going to be a 1-out single for Picone. Trench getting these legends started at the bottom of the second, looking to take the lead.
Got to put the ball in place, sit back.
Goes
Chris Coleman here. He's been putting in a lot of work at the field, and he hit 3 home runs last week. He batted 7 for 14. It's good to see the hard work pay off for him.
kind of a half swing there and gets a half result as he pops one up to Kenny Santiwan at second base for the second out. Rolls over the lineup, back to the top of the order.
He's got to move on to the next at bat. If Billy has that knuckle, he's going to make you look dumb, but you got to just stay in there and try to get him on the next one, you know.
Get a strike and try to hit it hard.
Yeah, I've been seeing Nick Sansone's up in the box, and I think that's kind of the strategy to
And
do.
he ropes that one, a one-hop double off the Little Batty Bakery sign. That's going to score Picone from first, and the Legends strike first in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Legends here against Cy Young leading candidate Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, I was starting to say, I think being up in the box on the knuckleball is the way to go and try to take some of that break out of it, because if you sit back and wait, it's dancing too much.
You do want to catch it when it's a little higher in the zone in general anyway,
yeah,
as those are the balls that can kind of fly to the wall a little easier. Billy always works quickly, falls behind J-Rock here, 2-1. Maybe seeing a strike, but nope, he's going to chase that one, going to roll that one back to Billy. Fires for strike three. Definitely chased that one, swung at what would have been ball three. maybe a spot to be a little patient for Stephenson, try to work a walk against Billy. As trying to get Billy out of this game is basically going to be one of the keys to success for the Legends. The Legends can bat with anybody, but we've just seen all season long how dominant Billy Santiwan can be. So they will happily take anybody besides Billy on the mound.
Yeah, that's definitely that's the strategy. Everybody, any conversation about beating the Vaderz, it begins and ends with Billy Santiwan. What can we do with Billy? Can we get him out of the game and steal one? And the Vaderz know it. I don't know if they've won a game 2 in a month. They've been struggling in game 2. I think it's they feel we got game 1, and then I think there's a little letdown. If you can steal the game 1 from the Vaderz, that's huge.
You're a big favorite in the series if Billy has to go a number of innings game number 1 and they don't get a win. Problem is they've basically won every game 1 this season on the back of Billy Santiwan.
For me, it's him and Gannon, Cy Youngs.
Yeah, agreed. Ryan Chen in the conversation, of course, as well.
Oh yeah, Ryan, obviously. I got Ryan as my MVP hands down right now. I mean, he is just having a great year on defensively, offensively, pitching. He does it all. This is a big inning. If J-Rock can get a shutdown inning facing the top of the order after scoring 1, this would be huge.
Agreed. First one hit the zone, but it was 56, and that one misses high. Billy's ahead here, 2-1. J-Rock's going to have to come into him. Screwball misses low, and it's 3-1.
181,000 on the Vaderz and 107,000 on the Legends.
Yeah, it looks like those bets are actually still open. Probably still a pick'em here. I mean, was a pick'em pregame, but now, on the back of Billy, and he just has a leadoff walk here. You can still get those bets in. We'll be closing any minute now. This game is still a coin flip at this point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Billy getting on again with the leadoff walk this time. Oh, no.
Roundy over to Wakefield. To decal, can he turn another one? Yes, and it hits the backstop, and it is in time.
Wow.
That's going to be a double play. In the first inning, Billy Santiwan gets on. Leadoff single. Next guy up, rolls into a double play. Third inning here, Billy Santiwan, leadoff walk. Next guy up, rolls into a double play. Yeah. Not what the Vaderz wanted.
If Billy's going to get on and no Ethan, I gotta have Eder up in the order higher. He's their guy. He drives and runs. He hits clutch homers. He's coming up second time with nobody on base.
Little interesting that Tanner Roundy did take that second spot over Kyle Eder and Gio Battistoni. Of course, Tanner Roundy, reigning Rookie of the Year, just has not been having as big of an offensive season as both Gio and Kyle.
There's times Roundy had like a 2 or 3 weeks of series where he was just annihilating the ball out to right center, and I was like, oh, that's why that guy won Rookie of the Year. But he's super streaky.
Yeah, he has been a little bit inconsistent, but when he is feeling it, he can really put up the numbers just with anybody else. He's basically got some of the nastiest stuff in the league on the mound as well.
Yeah.
Just his main problem, just throwing strikes. It's one of the worst.
Great eye.
Basically the worst walk rate in the league from a guy with as many innings as he gets. So once he figures out how to throw a few more strikes, man, is he going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, he has a 150 batting average against him, something like that.
Yeah, his batting average against is absolutely ridiculous. I believe it's top 1, 2 in the league. I mean, it might even be better than Billy's, as Billy's has been. Yeah, Tanner has nasty stuff, but has had a hard time finding the strike zone. And the Vaderz,
J-Rock looks on tonight.
Yeah,
that screwball is diving now.
Maybe a really big move by manager Brad Ogden to go to J-Rock here, game 1, get him loose early, see if he's got it tonight, and if he does, let him roll, and then you get the full flexibility with Casey Taravella whenever they need him. I mean,
yeah, it was cool. I was in the clubhouse when Brad told him, and it was like, okay, boom, like. They just believe in their manager. He pushes the right buttons, pulls the right strings, and it's paying off right now. They just need to get a couple more runs and feel a lot better. Because the Vaderz aren't going anywhere.
Group of guys that really love playing with each other, just what you want for good team cohesiveness.
Yeah, a guy gets married and half their team's gone because they're all there.
Right. Taravella rolls one over back to Billy, fires to the backstop for out number 1. Going to bring up Derek Corral. A welcome back addition to this powerful Legends offense.
I saw Trench had to reintroduce himself to Derek. He didn't recognize him in the clubhouse.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's been that long.
Yeah. Oof.
little bit of a milestone sweat for Billy Santiwan tonight. He needs 9 strikeouts on the evening to get to 200 career, become the 20th pitcher.
How many, is this his second season?
This is his second season.
Wow.
So he's just basically led the league in innings pitched since the start of last year. I believe even more than Tom Gannon. As Adam Tanek and Trench Pacone ate up a lot of innings last year. Huge one-out walk by Corral. Brings up Pacone, who put the ball in no man's land last time up with a single.
And I'm going to keep looking at the guys who get hits, where they're at in the box. I keep peeking over, and Trench is kind of in the middle. I really think you need to just be up right there and catch it before it does that.
Trench looked back, saw 52 miles an hour. That one spooked him a little bit.
Yeah, that thing almost was like a slider and a knuckleball.
Reaches out and fouls that one off.
He definitely looks like he's trying to hit something the other way, sit back, get something a little up.
A swing and a miss by Pacone. Brings up Chris Coleman. 3 home runs last week.
Yeah, a real breakout performance for him, and I know he was needing that, so that was cool to see.
A little bit of a 2-result player, kind of meaning he either hits the ball a long way or swings and misses quite often.
Yeah, he's not swinging for a base hit.
1-2.
His mantra is strikeouts and dingers.
I mean, it's not a bad way to live in this league. Fooled a little bit there on that knuckleball as Billy Santiwan with back-to-back strikeouts. Keeps the deficit to only 1. We head to the top of the 4th. The bottom half of the order for the Vaderz, Gio Battistoni, Alec Hutt, and Kenny Santiwan will be up this inning. We'll see if Jason Stephenson can continue rolling here.
Yeah, man, this way these guys are attacking. This game's going to be over in about 5 minutes. It's quick innings. They're going right at it. They don't mess around, waste any time on the mound. It's fun to watch.
Quick work so far from both sides. Yeah, 3 innings down and only 17 minutes. That's the pace we like to see here.
Yeah, we ain't messing around, Buck.
6:05 we started. First pitch, it's now 6:22, and we are in the top of the 4th, halfway through.
And I just took a look over my right shoulder into the parking lot, and I see my main man, Alex Garcia, jogging in to the parking lot.
The legend depth getting deeper by the minute here.
I can see, I'm going to say he's coming in for Coleman there, and his next at-bat would be my guess. He can actually, if he wants, he can get added to the 7th spot and come and lead off next inning. Doesn't even have to wait to come to the bottom. So we'll see if Brad Ogden does that. But here we go. We have Battistoni against Stephenson. Gio looking to get his team started in the top of the 4th. 350 viewers hanging out with us tonight on Twitch at the moment. I seen Gio throwing bullpens on the side of the field when the Legends were taking the field. He has a good pitching form. I want to see what he's got on the mound. I did the fast pitch tryout with him. He brings a heat, but getting it down to 55 is another thing.
Yeah, young, strong guy. Obviously, plenty of baseball experience. And he gets under that one and hits a line drive. It's going to be a 1-hop double. Right below that 102 sign. Big leadoff hit for Gio Battistoni. Brings up big Alec Hutt. Nobody out and a runner on second.
I mean, when they got Taravella and Osgood out there, that's one of the better outfield combos in this league. I'm wondering why Billy isn't in there yet.
I do agree. Coleman, a little bit hit or miss out there in right field. Hutt rolls over that one. It does hit off his foot, so that will be a foul ball.
Good call by Buck Burner, our umpire sitting next to us here up on the clock. All over that.
Yeah, only 350 so far, but it's early. We're just underway here at the Hideaway Field in Las Vegas, Nevada. 3,000 viewers hanging out on TikTok with us as Alec Hutt stares at a strike 3 screwball from Jason Stephenson.
J-Rock's old enough to remember Fernando Valenzuela, and that's what that screwball looks like right now.
Man after your heart.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny Santiwan chases that slider away.
Me and J-Rock are California boys, and we love the Dodgers. Time.
Oof. And a nasty screwball gets Santiwan chasing on 0-2.
Okay, this is a big moment. Billy's 1 for 1 with the walk, runner in scoring position, a clean single, gets a run here. This is a big at bat right here.
Got the right guy on the mound, a strikeout pitcher, and Jason Stephenson, though, can punch out Billy and thwart that leadoff double. Strand Gio there at second. Huge batter here for the Vaderz. Billy swings and misses that 46-mile-an-hour changeup.
He was trying to make this bad boy 2-1.
Yeah, just a little ahead of it as he didn't realize how much speed Stevenson took off that one. 1-2 now to Santiwan. Slider misses low, 2-2 now.
Perfect.
Billy fights that one off.
J-Rock's changing his tempo on the mound. He's speeding up, slowing down, speeding up.
Trying to keep these guys off balance. Can't let them get into a rhythm. And Billy ropes that one. It's gone! Line drive home run by Billy Santiwan gives the Vaderz a 2-1 lead in game number 1.
Ibarra who?
Yeah, recently Billy has not only been dealing on the mound, but he's found some power as well as the weather has warmed up out here in Las Vegas. Billy Santiwan with a big home run here for his first place Vaderz to give them the lead.
Not only does he throw knuckleballs on the mound, but he hits knuckleballs out of that knuckled all the way out of here on a line.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that one was going to drop in front of the wall, hit the wall in the air, and it ended up flying over the wall. A hard hit line drive home run by Billy.
Oh, looks like we got my teammate Sashi Boba on a stopwatch, so down there coming in to help out.
Nice. Appreciate Sashi.
Yeah, we were on the sidelines last night, hanging out over there on the third base sign. We had someone, he messaged me today. I had so much fun hanging out, watching the game. I'm coming again tonight, so that's cool. It's fun. It's fun just hanging here, even if you're not in the game, man. It's a blast.
Tanner gets under this one, flies it to Casey Taravella and left. He'll secure that for the third out, but damage done. Leadoff double by Gio Battistoni and back-to-back strikeouts from Jason Stephenson.
Alex to the 7, okay.
As we thought, Alex Garcia is going to get added to the 7 hole here.
As you thought. I thought he would pinch it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just,
I'm on top of things, bud.
You're just better at me at this stuff. You're the sharp.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
maybe he would have pinch hit had they not given up the lead there, but now that they're down 2-1, they want to try to get Alex Garcia in this game as quickly as possible, as he's been just as hot as anybody in this league.
Yeah, because if Billy were to mow him, he wouldn't get in he would have got in a bat in the 5th, but still, yeah, well, let's get him up there.
Yeah, you want him leading off here. I mean,
he's not going to hurt you.
Right, he could tie this ball game up with one swing of the bat. So Alex Garcia is going to step in here to face Billy Santiwan. Billy now working with a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th. And Alex smokes it over to Kenny Santiwan. Doesn't really know where it is. Has some time to throw it to the backstop, but it's just short. And Alex Garcia is going to be on first base with a single.
Brad Ogden told me before the game, I don't care if Alex Garcia is running in from the parking lot and he's up, I'm throwing him in and he'll get a hit. One pitch, one swing, gets a knock.
We see it paying
that
dividends
was disgusting.
Already as he gets a leadoff knock and brings up Sansone, who stares at a knuckleball goes off the top of the pipe. He's down 0-2. That one just a little hot,
Wow.
56.
Alex Garcia is so underrated and not talked about. That guy is one of the best ball-to-bat hitters in the league. Top 3 hand-eye ball-to-bat guy. He hits such good contact all the time.
Without a doubt. Jim Dodos has been on Alex Garcia for many seasons now.
Yeah, he has.
And Sansone goes from 0-2 to a walk, and Billy Santiwan is going to exit this game in the 4th inning. And the Vaderz are going to bring in Tanner Roundy, who's just as nasty as anybody, but as we said, he's had his control issues.
I heard the joy in your voice. A man after your own heart. 0-2 is very easy to get back to 2-2 is what you told me when we were teammates. Mm-hmm. So I know you love that at bat.
Yeah, absolutely. Falling behind 0-2 and not giving in to Billy there. Billy's got all his tools in his toolbox to work with. After getting ahead 0-2, he can throw everything at you. But a great job by Sansone not giving in to any of the junk thrown by Billy, staying tough, forcing him out of this ball game. And now Legends given really a huge opportunity for the Legends here. Down 2-1, first and second, nobody out. They force Billy out of the game, come in to face Tanner Roundy. Yes, Tanner's been as nasty as anybody when he finds the zone. But he's had that problem.
2 best screwball screwballers are in the game right now, if you ask me. And,
2 out of the top 4 for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't even really think of them.
Devlin.
Yeah, Ryan Chen throws a nasty one, some great ones. But yeah, J-Rock and Tanner Roundy going to face off 2 best screwball pitchers facing off against each other.
Oh, that's the pitch you want.
And Tanner finds the strike zone with that slider, gets ahead 0-2. See how Stephenson approaches down in the account here to a guy who's known to walk.
Yep.
And there's that screwball, 56 low.
My book on Tanner is the screwball is so nasty. If he throws it, I'm just tipping my cap and I'm sitting on the slider.
J-Rock goes down, swinging. Roundy comes in, gets his first man. Yeah, Dodo's with the night off in the booth tonight. Normally in the booth on Wednesdays. I think he just had a few things to do, a few errands to run, I believe. He's in the middle of moving, something like that.
Yeah,
so
he's moving.
He'll be back next week, more than likely.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. You got me instead of Dodos. I apologize.
Taravella fouls that one back. Roundy's ahead of him, 1-2. Legends are looking for a single here to tie this game up.
So with the pitching change, Billy moved to short, Edder's back in left.
55. That's going to tank outside pipe. Taravella goes down looking, and Roundy comes in and gets the first 2 guys.
If he has that screwball going and hitting the zone like that, they don't need any more runs.
I do agree.
Oh my goodness!
And there it is, 0-2 from Roundy, and the Vaderz are starting to get a little loud. We'll see if Decal can dig deep here.
When he pitches well, they get fired up because they know he is.
And Corral goes waving at strike 3. Tanner Roundy comes in and gets out of the jam. First and second, nobody out. Stephenson strikes out, Taravella strikes out, and Corral strikes out. Damage thwarted.
That was a big. That's
huge inning.
That's when everybody talks about, God, if Tanner can find it, that's Tanner Roundy at his best right there. That was perfect.
Clutch performance there.
I got goosebumps. That was amazing.
Yeah, look, the Vaderz, yes, they're comfortable in first place at the moment, and they're only a handful of games away from clinching a playoff spot. But the number 1 seed is very valuable in this league, and this team wants to win as many games as possible, make their playoff path as easy as possible.
And the Vaderz and ones, they're rivals. They go at each other, and there is some. They want to be number 1 seed. It's not about just getting in the playoffs. They were all congratulating us taking 2 for. They were loving it because they want those guys, and vice versa. Ones want to beat them too.
Stephenson back to work here against Kyle Eder.
Good eye. Eder looks locked in. He smoked that first ball. He got a couple nasty screwballs thrown to him in the second at bat, but he looks like he's ready to go tonight.
2-1 from Stephenson. Kyle Eder a little ahead of that one, fouls it off.
Yeah, that thing really dove in on his hands. There was no way that ball was going fair.
Yeah, there's no way he was going to straighten that one out. 2-2 from Stephenson. Slider in the zone, wow. 53. Eder goes down looking.
Froze him.
Brings up Battistoni, 1 for 2. He had that leadoff double last inning, and he scored on the Billy Santiwan home run. See if he can get his team going again here.
Eder, frustrated, thinks he had his hand up calling time for the bat. I didn't see it, but he's a little frustrated over there.
Battistoni gets that one off the end of the bat.
Great
Corral
play.
ranges back behind him into left field and makes the catch for the second out. So far, a couple of good plays by Derek Corral in the field. A welcome addition to this Legends defense for sure.
Yeah, when the Legends are at full strength, man, they're just solid everywhere. Pitching depth, defense is great lineup. They're a problem when they got everybody here.
Big cut by Alec Hutt there. Goes behind 0-2. See how Stephenson approaches Hutt. Way ahead in the count. Goes screwball. Hutt
How'd
chases.
he hit that?
Not really sure.
That bounce first? Getting a note here. Alec Hutt is a cricket player, I guess. That was holy crap.
0-2 again. Goes with that screwball. That one's going to spin fair. J-Rock chases after it off the mound and throws it to the backstop for the third out. And the deficit remains 1 for the Legends. Just one big swing and this ball game will be tied.
This
Still
is
anybody's ball game here.
This is going to be an excellent series. It's intense right now. Everybody's living and dying with each at bat. Guys are getting frustrated on one out. This is playoff wiffle ball right here. It feels like.
Yeah, last week these teams played against each other. There was 2 one-run games. Vaderz winning both of those, and the Legends blew them out in the middle in game number 2. As you said, they've struggled in game number 2s after having not Billy Santiwan on the mound. So we'll see if the Legends can maybe find a way to steal this one and then get to work in game number 2 tonight.
What's going on, Kenny? You owe him money or something? Why is he throwing it at us?
I don't know anybody money.
Golly.
Tanner Roundy back to...
Maybe he heard you about the haircut or something.
Could be. Tanner Roundy back to work here in the bottom of the 5th. See if he can pick up right where he left off.
We got
being nasty.
Pacone, Coleman, and Garcia are the due-up because they added Garcia to the bottom. Oh, my
And Trench
goodness.
gets a hold of that one.
Heads
Trench
up.
Pacone ties this game with one swing of the bat, an opposite field home run.
Trenchy, my man, 1-3. Look at that. What he was looking to go the other way. That was perfect.
Great swing by Pacone.
Oh, my.
Looking to go opposite field and does so and ties this game at 2 for the Legends.
Wow, that was nice. That was crushed. That was over the trees, over the Garden of Serenity.
An absolute no-doubter from Pacone. 400 viewers with us right now. Saw Trench tie this ball game up in the 5th.
TikTok, you guys got to get over here, man. This is going to be the series of the year. These guys are going to be really going at each other. Get over from TikTok. Get onto Twitch. Get over here. Get all the camera angles. You're missing out.
Follow that link that you see on the field and in the bio, twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Come on over.
Coleman fouling that one back.
2-2 to Coleman now. Looking to get on base ahead of Garcia.
Ooh.
Stares at that one.
It's a good take there by Coleman, working it to full count, right? Yeah.
I believe it's a full count here, yep.
Oh,
Stares at that one way outside. That's ball 4. Tanner Roundy looked unhittable last inning. And this inning so far, 1 pitch to Pacone, and he deposits it over the right field fence for a home run. And he loses Coleman there for a walk. Now the dangerous and patient Garcia up to bat.
The best 7-hole hitter in the world is at the plate right now.
Without a doubt.
That hit or bounce?
Yeah, that one bounced. And it falls behind Garcia, 3-1. And as we've talked about, as nasty as Tanner can be, great job getting him out of that jam last inning. Now he's created his own jam right here in the 5th. Tank's top pipe, 52.
Yeah, it's frustrating because, obviously when I'm playing against him, you don't want to see him because it's nasty. But when you're out watching, you want to see him pitch because he's got great stuff.
Garcia ropes it off the hand of Kenny Santiwan. Going to try to for the force out at second. Billy Santiwan with a bobble. They get the out at second. Too late to the backstop. That'll be a fielder's choice.
Alex Garcia hits the ball hard every time.
Nice job by Kenny Santiwan and Billy Santiwan to stay with that play and make sure they get that out at second base.
Beautiful pitch.
Sansone stares at strike number 2, hitting the zone at 51 miles an hour. Roundy ahead 0-2 to Sansone. Last time up against Billy fell behind 0-2 and he came back and worked a walk. Let's see if he can have a similar approach here. 1-2.
2-2.
Misses low now.
God, he ain't missing much.
Roundy looking to paint corners. Just missing though. 2-2 to Sansone. Sansone just gets under this one.
Oh, the wind. There's a little breeze on our face.
Yep, that one came back towards us. Gio Battistoni under it. Makes the play in right field for the second out.
Just that little breeze, I think, held that in, Kyle. That was hammered, and it just kind of ballooned on him.
Brings up big Jason Stephenson here. Fouls that one off, gets behind 0-2. Jason Stephenson needs 1 double for 50 career. Only Adam Tanek has 50 or more doubles in this league. Kind of talked about anytime somebody hits a lot of doubles, it's just a lot of exit velo. Tanner Roundy with the nasty stuff there, though, as he gets Stephenson looking. But some damage done as Pacone with a solo shot to lead off the inning. Ties the game at 2. sends Stephenson back to the mound for the 6th inning here. Now tied 2-2. Billy Santiwan's out of this game. You got to think maybe as much as Tanner Roundy kind of looks good, maybe advantage Legends right here.
Yeah, they're the home team. They're going to get final at bats. Got to steal. If you can steal one from Billy with a game Billy starts, that would be huge. How the heck Tanner Roundy to step off screwball that looked 60 and it read 49? That was impressive.
Yeah, it is interesting how different guys have these different arm motions where sometimes a similar pitch from one guy will read 4 or 5 miles an hour faster.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff. Stephenson deals to Kenny Santiwan, swings and misses for strike number 2, working ahead in the count. A key to victory here for the Legends. 1 walk on his record for Jason Stephenson so far this game.
Yeah, they got their full team here, so they'll have plenty of pitching if he were to walk out. But this is J-Rock's game until he gives up a walker, you know.
Kenny Santiwan down 0-2, works it back to even. Gets a hittable pitch, rolls it over to Pacone, though. Trench fires to the backstop, little high, but no problem for out number 1.
Almost put that in my grill.
Yeah, that was a little high, but Trench with a good strong throw to the backstop after going to his knees to stop that ball. Brings up Billy Santiwan here. Billy swings at the first pitch, gets by J-Rock. Casey Taravella cuts it off in center field.
Went right through his hands. If he slides his body over just a smidge, he gets that.
Yeah, not really sure even how that one got by J-Rock. Just found a way through his hands.
Billy, man.
Tanner Roundy
with a walk.
Tanner Roundy with a chance to help himself out.
That was big by Billy. It gives a chance for Eder to get up in this inning with somebody on base.
Tanner going opposite field, and that ball is either off the wall or at the base of the wall. Either way, Billy's going to score from first, and the Vaderz take the lead 3-2. And it looks like that ball did bounce just in front of the wall. Tanner Roundy with an RBI double, giving his team the lead here, 3-2.
That's got to feel good for Tanner after giving up the home run to Trench to answer back, give his team a 1-run lead here in the 6th.
Absolutely. Kyle Eder up, looking to drive Tanner in now. A little bit ahead of that one, fouls it off to the left.
My guy Eder's he's just a smidge ahead on these screwballs. Oh, that's spinning. Holy moly.
Corral had no chance at that one as that ball started at Stephenson and took a right turn as we're looking at it and somehow ended up to Decal's left, untouched by Corral at second base. And that's going to be an RBI single for Eder. 4-2 Vaderz now.
That thing had some juice on it.
Yeah, Kyle Eder a little ahead of that one. Got it off the end of the bat, but got enough of it to put it in play, put some spin on it, do some damage.
And this is the 4th time through the order. I kind of talk about that all the time. When you get to see a guy a lot, the 4th time through, they've gone single, double, single. Yeah,
I've kind of talked about it before, both on air and off, that I feel like there's going to be fewer and fewer complete games in PLW, just kind of for that fact, the 3rd, 4th, 5th time through the order. At some point, you just have to change up the look, even if guys are pitching great. You know, you have deep pitching staffs here. Battistoni gets under this one. Pacone makes the Shakir's the second out. Yeah, deep pitching staffs, maybe, yes, as good as Stephenson looked through 6 innings, 2-2 game, give them a different look. Go to Taravella. Yeah, maybe we're a little bit of hindsight there, but
yeah.
I do think in general, you're going to see fewer and fewer long starts in this league. Wow. Thought he went there for sure, but Buck Burner says, I don't think so.
My bad.
That one fouls off his foot.
1-2.
1-2 here to big Alec Hutt. Hutt 0-for-3 so far in this game. Looking to break out, but he goes down swinging. But damage done by the Vaderz here in the top of the 6th. Tanner Roundy going to go back to the mound to try to shut this one down and close it out for the Vaderz, giving them the game number 1. 4-2 Vaderz, bottom 6 here.
Vaderz just find a way to scrap a few runs on a Billy Santiwan start. Tanner Roundy keep holding them at bay. This would be big for the Vaderz to get one here. They got Taravella, Corral, Pacone, who hit the homer. Get somebody on base for Pacone, and this will get interesting.
Yeah, really a resilient team the Vaderz are. Even a game where Billy Santiwan gives up a run, walks out of the game in the 4th inning. They got to be thinking to themselves, oh, man, maybe this isn't our game. But Tanner Roundy comes in, does his job, and then they score. They finally got to Stephenson in the top of the 6th, score a pair of runs. Now they have a chance to win this one.
Down 2, I'm definitely, for me, I'd be taken until I get a strike with Roundy's history, try to get a runner on and get the tying run to the plate.
Absolutely. You got to work counts here and try to get Tanner out of this game. Taravella saw a pitch he could drive, though, and fouls that one back.
I think that was up in the zone, though.
A little bit. I think you might be right. 1-2 here from Roundy. Screwball misses low, 2-2.
But yeah, if you're sitting there looking for the slider, you got to take that hack. And that's what it there it is.
Taravella gets that one off the end of the bat. Was just a little bit ahead of it. Flies that one out to Battistoni. Also maybe a ball there as well. That one might have been a little bit outside. Taravella loves to swing the bat. I don't really blame him for going after that pitch.
Yeah, you could tell he had an approach there. He was laying off the screwball, and he was ripping at the sliders. So it just didn't work out.
53 into the zone from Roundy. Gets ahead of Derek Corral. 0-2.
Gone for a month, and hey, come and see the knuckleball and screwball from Santiwan and Billy. Or Santiwan and Roundy when you first came back. That's tough.
Roundy does that sidestep slider. Try to change the angle of attack. Misses outside. Misses again wide. 2-2 to Corral. 0-2 to 2-2 in a hurry in this league quite often. Misses low. Full count. Big pitch from Roundy here. If he misses the zone, he'll be walked out of this game.
And then they go to
they got some
Tucker.
options. Walker, Kenny Santiwan. They got some options, and that is ball 4.
Who is it, Eder? Oh, Eder doing the Arsenio Hall fist pump.
Yeah, what is that? Is that his? That's I guess that's his version of getting loose. I guess.
I think that means turn me up in his language.
Yeah, Kyle Eder going to come in here in a big spot. Trench Bacone, solo shot last inning, tied the game. Got a chance here to do the same. Down 2.
Yeah, Eder, like I said, him and Ibarra and J-Dub were at my house Sunday. We were hanging out watching basketball. Eder and Wilson talk to each other in another language. I don't even know. Me and Ethan are looking at each other like, what are they? I don't even know what they say. They're weird guys.
Weird guys with a ton of talent. That's for sure.
Oh man, you get those guys talking about stats and comparing who's better than who. Oh my, I thought I was gonna have to break them up a couple times. Eder, man, he's a super confident guy. I didn't like him when I first met him. I just kind of thought he was but getting to know him, he's such a nice kid and he's fun. He cracks me up, man. He's a real good guy.
He's a gamer for sure.
He loves being out here, man. It means something to him. He plays hard. He gives you everything.
Falls behind Pacone, 1-1. Misses wide there, 1-2. See what Trench's approach is here. You got to expect against a guy like Kyle Eder with not a ton of innings pitched here in POW that he's got to be a little more patient.
That's his go-to pitch right there. We tell him he loves that 12-6. That he says something. He goes, I don't know what it's doing. It's either gonna drop and break away from a righty or break in. So it's anybody's guess what it's gonna do, and that's his go-to.
2-2 to Pacone in a big spot.
Ooh.
Eder goes hot, 60, misses high and outside. Full count to Trench. Kyle Eder's got to come to him here. And Pacone chases ball 4, swings and misses. Kyle Eder gets a big strikeout. It's going to bring up Chris Coleman. Interesting, this could have been a spot for maybe pinch hit Billy Osgood.
Well, I
Coleman
agree. Coleman hit Eder, took Eder deep 3 times last week.
Recipe matchup oriented as he gets fisted there. Rolls one off of the first pitch back to Kyle Eder, and the Vaderz hang on in game number 1 on the back of good pitching from Billy Santiwan. Good enough, 3.5 innings, and then Tanner Roundy comes in, does his thing for the rest. They grab 2 runs off Jason Stephenson in the top of the 6th. Have a little bit of a sweat in the bottom of the 6th with a couple of walks. Have to go away from Roundy, bring in Kyle Eder, a little bit of green. Kyle Eder in this spot, but good job, good team win top to bottom from the Vaderz.
Yeah, their depth showed up. Roundy looked electric when he first came in. He gets the win. Eder gets the save there in that moment. It's a great team win. They need things like that if they're going to make a deep run this year. They can't all be Billy. or they're going to get hammered by somebody. It's got it. The other guys got to step up, and Roundy and Eder did that.
I do agree. Full team effort needed from the Vaderz here in game number 1. We're going to see the same thing in game number 2. Stick with us. We'll be right back. PLW.
Twitch handles of it. Welcome back, PLW. You just missed a great pitcher's duel, some big moments in that first game. If the next 2 games are anything like the first one, you're in for a treat for the rest of the night between the Vaderz and Legends. I'm Cody Runnels. My man Kyle Lohman's down there getting lineups. My coach just walked across the field. Lede brought me a hat, my new Cajun hat. How's everybody doing out there, man? What's even money? I could see it being even money line again. Yeah, for sure. We'll see what the line comes out. That was a great game. It looks like we're going to get Taravella in game 2 for the Legends. And I haven't heard who's pitching for the Vaderz. I would imagine they go back to Roundy, but we'll see. We got tonight in the stream team, we got Sashi Boba, Cajun, umpire and first base. We got Warbird, former player of the week, best beef jerky in the game, Buck Burner on the clock. You got me and Cody Runnels, Kyle Lohman in the booth. Got Tom Gannon downstairs. Warm one here in Vegas. It's midnight. Hey, there's who's down? Lede and Gannon are down there. Right on.
Yeah, Lede, a last-minute replacement for us tonight. We're going to have Casey Taravella getting the start here in game number 2 opposite Jason Walker for the Vaderz. A little bit of a lineup change for the Legends. Going to be Nick Sansone, Jason Stephenson, Alex Garcia going to slide into that 3-hole. Casey Taravella, Derek Corral going to bat 5th, and Billy Osgood in the 6th spot in their order.
Who's pitching for the Vaderz?
Jason Walker going for the Vaderz.
Okay.
So get those WIFFLE points in here for game number 2. We're about to be underway. Billy Santiwan leading off again for the Vaderz. Going to face Casey Taravella.
Yeah, so this is where the Vaderz have struggled. They have letdowns in game 2 lately. So they're going to go Walker and Taravella. If you're the Legends, you got Taravella on the mound. You've got to win this one.
Billy chases the first pitch. Taravella gets ahead 0-2.
Billy had a great start to week 1, filling in the leadoff role for Ethan Abari. He went, I believe, 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 with a walk.
Gets just under this one. Wakefield charges in.
He's human.
Makes
He finally
the play.
gets out. Tanner Roundy going to be in the 2-hole again.
Yeah, Billy Santiwan, Tanner Roundy, Kyle Eder, Gio Battistoni, Alec Hutt, and Sasai Alarcon in the 6th hole for the Vaderz this game.
Getting in the lineup. I love it.
Tanner swings at the first pitch, drives it to left, and it's off the wall for a triple. Jumps on that first pitch from Taravella, and he's got an extra base hit. He'll be on 3rd with less than 2 outs. Chance for a tag-up situation on a sac fly if it presents itself.
Yeah, it was a little floating screwball. It wasn't very sharp, kind of hung out over the plate, and Roundy hammered it.
Eder swings at the first pitch, fouls it off.
That thing is not. Taravella has a good screwball, and it's normally sharp. It's floating on him a little bit. He needs to get that figured out, or it could get ugly.
Knuckleball there from Taravella. Knuckleball sweeping the league a little bit. Everybody's kind of trying to work it into their arsenal. They see what Santiwan's done.
Yeah, Taravella froze me on one earlier in the year. I didn't even know he threw a knuckleball, and it shocked me and froze me looking for a strikeout.
From 0-2 to 2-2. Kyle Eder takes that one away. Full count now. Nice job by Eder getting back in this account, now having the advantage. Taravella got to come to him. And he misses high. And that's a 1-out walk. It's going to be 1st and 3rd. 1 out for Gio Battistoni. Taravella in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 1st.
I think with Noah Barra tonight, like the Legends' game plan is going to try to be not let Eder Eder beat us. You got to try to get the other guys out. So if Gio can have a big night here, then these next 2 games, it's going to look real good for the Vaderz. There's going to be a lot on Gio's plate.
One of the problems for the Legends with that thinking is that this Vaderz lineup is quite deep, as most of these men can do damage against any of the pitchers.
Oh, yeah, it's pick your poison for sure. But Eder's been on such a hot streak right now. He's really just – his hitting numbers are up there with anybody in the league, rookie or not.
Fouls that one back. Yeah, without Ibarra and without Stepna in this lineup, Vaderz are a little weaker, but still
Stepna's such an
anybody
X
in this
factor
league.
when he's here, man. He eats up innings. He hits big homers. He's a spark plug
plays
for them,
fantastic
man.
defense. Yeah, of course.
As a Dodger, he reminds me, he's like Chris Taylor for the Dodgers. Just always makes the big play at the big moments, you know?
Battistoni rolls it over to Picone. Going to flip it to Corral at second. And they're going to hang on to it. It's going to prevent Roundy from scoring from third. They get the out at second. First and third, 2 outs now.
Yeah, that's bad. Just with that's bad. Gio's going to have big moments like that in this game, man. He's going to have guys on base. He needs to come through for him, which he is more than capable of doing.
Hutt stares at a 50-mile-an-hour pitch, lower half of the zone. Taravella ahead 0-2, looking to get out of this jam.
Can't let your guard down with Hutt. He can make you pay for a pitch.
Chases that one, though, and goes down swinging. Nice work by Taravella. Gives up that hard-hit triple from Roundy. Then walks Kyle Eder. Gets Battistoni to ground into a fielder's choice and gets Alec Hutt swinging. And the Vaderz will have their opportunity to score first here in the second game.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep Eder in the yard. Don't let Eder hit bombs. Attack Gio, and if even if you walk him or something, you got to go after Hutt and Sasai at the bottom.
Yeah, the
not
bottom,
having a bar, not having Stepna, they're missing that pop.
The lineup is not nearly as deep as we're used to seeing here with this Vaderz squad. The top 4 are very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you're right, if you can kind of make your way through that top part of the lineup, this Legends pitching staff can make their way through that top part and just dominate those guys at the bottom. Recipe for success tonight. As we see Jason Walker taking the hill here in game number 2. It'd be an interesting spot to maybe give Kyle Eder the start or give Kenny Santiwan the start, but they're going to go Jason Walker here in game number 2. Veteran pitcher in this league for sure.
Eder's up for a Gold Glove in the outfield. He makes a lot of plays, so I think like keeping him. I like kind of keeping him in the outfield and him pitching in spurts, like an inning. Get us an inning. I think the more he kind of has to go, tends to struggle a little bit. But he come in for an inning like the closer or middle reliever, get him out of a jam to save some innings. He's more than capable of doing that. He's got good enough stuff.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to the point we were making before about maybe lack of complete games in this league in the future. You give different teams different looks for an inning or 2 here and there. That could be a good thing. Sansone rolls one over to Battistoni, playing second base. Fires it to the backstop for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jason Walker.
Yeah, I know Legends they need to get guys on in front of Alex Garcia. Ogden told me before the game that Alex Garcia might be like 11 for 12 against Jason Walker, like 6 homers.
That one goes off the hands of J-Rock. Just maybe a foul ball if it did. Either way, definitely foul ball there, 1-2.
You think me getting traded to the Cajuns has inspired the guys to come and volunteer more? I mean, we're getting like Cajuns here helping out. They normally don't.
They do love this field.
Yeah, Lede here every night. Sashi here every night. Love to see it. We got Glenn Meadows on the Twitch thing at home. We're taking over.
Yeah, look out. Stevenson fouls that one off, stays alive. 2-2 here.
But yeah, I've been telling those guys it's so fun just hanging here and seeing it, and you get a vibe of everything going on than even more than watching the stream at home. You know.
Good battle between Walker and Stevenson.
Stevenson
jams him over to Hutt at third, stumbles a little, gets up,
Spiked
but
it.
that one's going to be a little low, and Stevenson's going to be on first base with 1 out here for Alex Garcia. That one's going to go down as an error as that one snuck through the legs and then was spiked by Alec Hutt.
I'm going to trust Brad Ogden, and I'm going to just say Garcia's going to be player of the game of this game. Such a good hitter.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Got the lefty-righty advantage versus Walker. If he sits on that late breaker, could deposit it over the right field fence.
Yeah, with a guy like Garcia, this pitching style fits exactly what he's looking to do. But I'm sure Walker knows that, and he's going to try to be careful. Same way the legend shouldn't let Eder beat him, the Walker should not let Garcia get him.
Garcia fouls that one back. 2-2. Vaderz won game 1, 4-2. Garcia gets under this one. Billy ranging over.
Nice play.
Makes a nice play behind the third base bag for the second out.
Garcia just missed just under that. He was trying to take that the other way. It was a slider, kind of backdoor slider, hung out over the plate. Tried to go the other way, just got under it.
Good work by Walker to retire the dangerous Alex Garcia.
Yeah, Walker's stuff looks real sharp tonight. I mean, he got the grounder to J-Rock. He should be out of this inning. Should have been a 1-2-3 inning, but...
Let's see if Taravella can take advantage as he smokes one through the 5-6 hole past the diving Alec Hutt. That's going to be first and second for Derek Corral, player of the week earlier on this season. 6 home runs in 1 series. Looking for a big hit here to give his team the lead in game number 2.
Yeah, he kind of went away from a slider, and it was just a flat changeup, I guess. It kind of like a get me over, and Taravella jumped all over it.
Walker behind Corral here, 2-1. Not a guy you want to have to throw a strike to as he hits all of them hard. Takes 3-1. Corral will absolutely have the green light on 3-1 here. And he gets under this one. Kyle Vaderz in the left center comes in. Just missed that one, did Corral.
Perfect technique by Eder. Run back to the wall and then come running in on that fly ball. Don't go drift into it and get in no man's land there. That was a nice play by Eder.
Always so much easier to come towards a ball than it is to go back on one. So nice fundamentals there by Eder in the left field. Go back first.
Yep.
See it, recognize where it's drifting to. You have plenty of time. Run towards the ball, make the catch. Nice job, Kyle Eder.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, there's no wind here tonight, so it's going to play like a true wiffle ball game, I think. You're not going to have the funky pop-ups to shortstop that carry out to the wall or nothing like that. You're going to see some real action tonight. Everything you get is going to be earned.
Yeah, true wiffle tonight here. Casey Taravella coming out for his second inning. Gave up a hard-hit triple to Tanner Roundy in the top of the first, but got out of the jam. He's going to face Sai Aracone at the bottom of the Vaderz order here. And I'll have to face Billy Santiwan, Tanner Roundy. Normally, Casey Taravella starts game number 1 for these legends, but manager Brad Ogden went to Stephenson in game 1 tonight. Worked out for a while, ended up not resulting in a W for legends. But now Taravella has got 9 innings in these last 2 games to use, something that Ogden has to be happy with.
Trench is so good at that.
Rolls one over to Trench, gobbles it up, fires to the backstop. No problem. Out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Taravella here in the second.
I'll never have that type of style of fielding ground balls. I've just played baseball my whole life too long, but the way Trench does that, it's so perfect for this. There's nothing ever going to get under him.
Well, maybe you should
I
take some notes, bud.
I can't. Well, if my dad saw me flop to my knees for a ground ball, he'd disown me.
If you knew the rules of this game, though,
he doesn't care.
You keep booting ground balls, bud.
I had a good night the other night.
1-2 to Santiwan. Takes low. 2-2 here.
Me and Sashi over there were just closing up that left side. Sashi, dude, that guy's arms and legs and everything are so long. He covers so much ground.
Santiwan smokes one up the middle in the left center field gap. Billy Osgood's not going to be able to cut that one off. That's going to be a 1-out double for Billy Santiwan. He continues his hot streak at the plate.
The old man of the team on the Vaderz, Billy Santiwan, knows he needs to step up with their big bat out, and he has done. I mean, he's gone out once. He's just taken over today. He's having a great night.
Roundy with a triple in the first is up, looking to give his team the lead here. 1,300 viewers on TikTok. When you guys come on over to Twitch, see the full broadcast, 3 camera angles, plus all the graphics, twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. As Tanner Roundy, he's going to hit a double up the middle off the Leilani Acuna sign. Back-to-back doubles for the Vaderz, and they take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second.
Vaderz are not messing around tonight, man. They want that number 1 seed.
Santiwan, Roundy, back-to-back doubles.
And you still got turn me up, man. Kyle Eder at the plate. This lineup does not stop.
Eder takes low. Taravella. Kyle Eder gets under this one just barely. Osgood's under it and
Eder
makes the play. My goodness, on most nights, that ball is way gone, and he's kind of still standing there at the plate. Can't believe that ball's not way over the container, and neither can I, really.
That was hammered and just ballooned up. Wow. Got to get it on a line.
Got to hit line drives tonight. We saw what Billy Santiwan did in the first inning. He hit a line drive home run over the container. Fly balls like that tonight, we're just not going to get there. And there's a line drive.
Oh, saved it for a single.
Yeah, saved it from hitting the wall, Billy Osgood, but that is going to score Roundy from second, as it is a clean single from off the bat of Gio Battistoni. 2-0 Vaderz.
There you go, man. Gio, like I said, he's going to come up with guys on base a lot tonight. He does that. They're gonna have a good night.
First pitch swinging by Battistoni there against Taravella. Hutt takes first pitch.
Hollywood. Weight room.
It's crazy how the weather affects the balls from night to night here at the Hideaway. Some nights a ball like that is 80 feet over the wall, and tonight it's 15 feet short of it. Hutt goes after it with a big swing.
I tell my guy Eder, I tell him, what are you, like 145 pounds? We go to In-N-Out and he orders just fries and a drink. I'm like, you need to get a double in you, buddy. You'll have 40 home runs.
Taravella misses low there. It's going to fill up the count against Alec Hutt. Misses down and away. That's Taravella's second walk, and he's going to be out of this game in the second inning. Not a great start for the Legends here. Let's see where they go. And JT Church is in the building.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Newly married JT Church.
Congratulations,
JT.
Yeah, Eder's mom saying Kyle said the ball's dead. Don't believe that. He's saying that so when he hits home runs, you think it's better than it really is. I know Kyle too well. That's his style. The ball is flying plenty good out here tonight. Just got to get it on a line.
Well, we talked about Brad Ogden going to J-Rock in game number 1. Stephenson over Taravella. Taravella's got 9 innings to work with in these last 2 games. Unfortunately, he walks out here in the second inning of game number 2, so he'll pretty much have everything available for game number 3. We expect to see a lot of Taravella in that game.
I wonder if they'll go Trench or, well, we'll get to that, I guess.
They got
all kinds of pitching left.
Yeah, a little interesting going to Church here. He could have easily gone to Pacone. Trench Trench or Osgood are likely going to get the start in game number 3. And with Taravella having so many innings left, they're going to want to use a lot of those in game 3. So you could definitely go Pacone or Osgood here over Church. Church been plenty good on the mound this season. Middle relief guy for these Legends. But they have some more of their veteran pitchers available to them. We'll see if this move by manager Brad Ogden works out here.
And you know what, Kyle? There is 2 outs. So maybe if he could steal one from JT with here, I bet no outs in the inning. He probably does go to Osgood or Trench. Probably Osgood if there was no outs. But with 2 outs, maybe you can get one here.
But with Osgood not using a single inning in game number 1, you'd like to think that he's not going to get to 9 innings pitched. So
yeah, that's true.
And Osgood does have some pretty nasty stuff. JT and Sasai have faced off a decent amount against each other in the past, in the minors.
Oh, Sasai that had a lot of spin on it.
Yeah, got that one off the end of the bat. Rolls one to Ethan Wigfield at short. Ethan does a good job waiting on that spinner, picking it up and firing it to the backstop. But damage done for the Vaderz. Back-to-back doubles by Santiwan and Roundy, and then an RBI single by Battistoni. And it's 2-0 Vaderz heading to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, there was a lot of action there in that inning. I had to look down. I said 2 runs. It felt like he scored 4 or 5. But to get out of that with 2 runs, that's okay. And now you got to go to work on Jason. I know they're confident that they can get their bats going against him. So you had to think you were going to score more than 2 runs in this game anyway. So limit the damage, get up, try to answer, cut it in half. At least get 1 here, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, a lead for the Vaderz here also means that a little bit of more flexibility with when they want to have to use Billy Santiwan's innings. If this late in this game, if this ends up being a close game, they can bring him into close, but they're going to let Jason Walker go as long as possible, especially when they have the lead.
Yeah, he looked good that first inning, so let go until the wheels come off.
Osgood going to get his first at-bat of the night. Gets under this one. Kyle Etter comes in on it. Wind blowing in maybe a little bit even. Doesn't look like the trees are blowing at all, but balls in the air have not even been carrying. They've been drifting back towards the infield as that ball ended up only about 10 feet behind the shortstop.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, the trees aren't moving, but yeah, it's definitely not like jumping out there. But it's just kind of like a dead night. It just feels like humid out here a little bit.
57 into the pan. Sansone ahead 2-1. Line drives key to success tonight, and this is a line drive hitter at the plate right now. Gets ahead 3-1. Ball 4 to Sansone. That's going to give Jason Stephenson a chance to tie this game with one big swing.
Is that 2 walks?
That's one, Buck. That's one, Buck.
Just one walk for Jason Walker. Thought that might have been the second walk, but
it's one.
It's just one. It's just one.
Jason Stephenson, as we said earlier tonight, sitting on 49 career doubles, needs one more double to get to number 50 for his career. The only second man in PLW history to do so.
Yeah, no Kirby tonight, guys. It was a struggle getting guys here to volunteer and umpire for some reason. Probably because being over 100 degrees, so we don't have anybody controlling them tonight.
That ball had a ton of spin on it. Thought there was a chance maybe once it hit the turf that it catches some grip and might spin back fair, but it stays foul. Walker goes with that.
Oh, my goodness.
What a play by Alec Hutt. Sticks out his big hand and just grabs that one out of thin air. A sure base hit into left field, and Alec Hutt with his big paw just snags it out of thin air. A fantastic play by Hutt over there at third.
Wow, what a play. Got that big bear claw on it and just got it out of the air. Snatched that thing. That was smoked.
Yeah, one of the biggest short third basemen in the league. 6'3" or 4", I believe. Him and Ryan Chen, two of the taller guys playing third. Garcia gets that one off the end of the bat, and Billy Santiwan does a good job ranging in and getting under it and securing it for out number 3. What looked like it might be a little bit of a tricky situation there for Walker, giving up the walk to Sansone, having to face Stephenson and Garcia back-to-back. Gets out of it no problem, and the Vaderz roll on with a 2-0 lead.
Walker looks good, man. Third. I'd keep rolling with him. He looks good.
Yeah, veteran pitcher in this league. 350-plus strikeouts, many starts. Former Sand Viper great. Perfect game holder. First perfect game in PLW history, Jason Walker. Continuing to deal. You're going to see JT Church back on the mound for his second inning of work.
I saw JT without a hat and glasses, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I was like, "Who is that?" He looked like a different guy.
It is funny anytime in life you see somebody either not in the environment you're used to seeing them or not wearing the thing you're used to seeing.
Yeah, I was like,
it throws you for a loop.
Looks like a totally different guy.
2,400 viewers on TikTok. Why don't you guys come on over to Twitch and check out the full broadcast, 3 camera angles, graphics, interact in the chat, bet your wiffle ball points, buy stuff in our Twitch store, twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle, link on the field and link in the bio. 450 viewers right now with us on Twitch. We appreciate every one of y'all.
Love it.
As you're going to watch JT Church face Billy Santiwan here in the top of the third. Billy's ahead 2-1.
Yeah, Billy looks the best I've seen him. He's not hitting singles tonight. He's driving the ball. He's hitting it hard. He's doing it all. If he ain't hitting, he's walking.
Billy gets ahead 3-1 here on Church. Big boys coming up next in Roundy, Etter, and Battistoni. 2-0 Vaderz here, top of the third.
Oh,
and Billy smokes a line drive over that left field container. A guy who's typically known for singles has really found his power stroke these last few weeks. All-around stud Billy Santiwan with another home run over the container. 3-0 Vaderz.
Billy's locked in, dude. He's like 6 for 7 with the walk. Everything he's hitting is violent and hard. He looks, man, he is stepping up for the Vaderz tonight.
It just shows you cannot give in to anyone in this league. You get ahead, you get behind 3-1, and you try to do some get me over pitch. Those guys are going to just punish that more often than not when you miss.
Yeah, and I mean the Vaderz, they're playing with house money. They got a great record. They're in the playoffs. They're just going to be aggressive. You lay something in, they're going to hammer it. 3-0 Vaderz.
Yeah, Vaderz not technically clinched yet, but looking like they are easily in the playoffs for sure. Just a matter of where
catastrophic would have to happen for them to miss.
For sure. Roundy stays alive, fouls that one off.
That was a funky little pitch.
Yeah. JT trying to settle down here after giving up that home run. We'll see how long his leash is. Manager Bragg Ogden has options with Bacone and Osgood behind him. As that ball's hit hard right at Wigfield for the first out here in the third. Yes, that's a recorded out, but that's another hard hit ball off the bat.
Yeah, the guys are just nothing's easy tonight.
Those have when you're considering what to do with your pitching staff, and you see Church give up a home run and then give up a hard hit line drive, yes, for an out. But you got to think in the back of your mind, man, they're seeing him a little bit right now. We'll see what Eder does against Church. So he gets ahead 2-1. Yeah, another hard hit ball. Another hard hit ball here. You have to think about going elsewhere.
Enough of the Vaderz are hitting. You get Eder going, and it's going to be a long night.
Eder gets ahead, jumps on that one ahead of it, fouls it down the third base line, 2-2.
I feel like Eder's seeing it so good right now that he's just a little out in front. He's just jumping on. He wants to hit everything. He needs to just settle back just a little bit, and he'll straighten those out like that.
Right up the middle. Just a little bit of a jam shot, but gets over the head of JT Church, and that's going to be a base hit for Kyle Eder. Kyle Eder had a 13-game hitting streak coming into tonight.
He got a hit in the sixth, so 14.
Game number 1, he went 1 for
15.
4, and then he just got a base hit there. So now 15-game hitting streak for Kyle Eder. Third in the league at 15 games. Two men are tied for first with 21-game hitting streak. Andrew Leday and Hollis Hale both sitting on 21.
All day Leday. Guarantee he's just going to hit out the rest of the year. That guy is so locked in for us right now.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Church misses wide to Battistoni. Gio looking for a pitch to drive. 3 straight hard hit balls by this Vaderz squad. Another guy who can hit the ball hard right now at the plate. And he hits it up the middle.
Right side.
That's going to be right side. It's going to be first and third. That's going to bring up Alec Hutt. Manager Brad Ogden, is he going to make a move here yet? I mean,
he likes sticking with his guys.
I know he likes sticking with his guys, but we've got a home run, a line drive for an out, a hard hit single, and a hard hit single. At some point, as much as you want to have faith in your guys, you got to go somewhere else. Hutt gets under this one. I mean, you got to ask, you got to ask what your opponent wants you to do. If you're on the other sideline, do they want to continue to face Church, or do they want to see Osgood or Bacone's nasty stuff? I think they would rather face Church right now.
Whoa. 65 and
late check swing by Hutt, and that one fouls off. PLW fans asking for Trench. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I like Trench against the Vaderz because of his the off-speed stuff he throws you. If you can get the Vaderz kind of thinking they're going to hammer it because it's coming in slower, they kind of get in trouble sometimes.
Hutt swings and misses at that one for strike number 3.
And there's no wind. So this would be a great night for Trench because he can pitch to contact, and the balls are gonna stay in the yard a little bit better.
Yeah, if they get up in the air, no big deal. Those are going to be flyouts. Chance for Church to get out of this without too much damage against him. With Sasai up here as he fights that one off his fists and gets a hit behind 0-2. Church with all his options here with an 0-2 count. See if he can limit the damage. Probably goes hot here. No, 56. Sasai thought he was out, started walking away, but new life for Sasai.
Yeah, he said fudge and walked out. He thought he was done gone.
What is the longest winning streak in league history? Someone in Twitch chat asked. I believe it's something like 9 games. I don't know if we quite have a double-digit one as Sasai goes down swinging. I'm not sure if somebody's gotten to double digits yet. I'll have to take a look back and find that out for myself. we don't really talk about winning and losing streaks too often, as they really don't happen that much. There's a lot of parity in this league. We see a lot of series go back and forth. It's pretty difficult to have multiple sweeps in a row either direction. We've seen a few of them this year. The Snappers had won 8 in a row. Night Owls, I believe, had lost 8 in a row at one point, and Lightning as well. A couple of long streaks this year, but for the most part, back and forth overall between most of the teams in this league.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players. I was talking with somebody today. I forget who it was, but I was like, every team in the league has at least one ace that could just mow anybody down any night.
Absolutely.
And you're not gonna get the big
and a bat.
big
Every team has a big bat too that can take over a game at any moment.
I mean, and I'm not just Lightning are in last place right now, okay? But if Jake Purdy's on the mound, he could beat anybody, any night, any stadium, any wind condition, anything.
Without a doubt.
And then the first place teams have the same kind of guys. It's everybody in this league has that guy, and it makes it's tough to get wins. You come out here and take somebody lightly, you will get beat.
Taravella gets under this one. Eder's going to charge in. And another fly ball that looked like it might carry. It's only about 8 feet behind the shortstop. And I really like that play by Kyle Eder. It's so much easier in this league, in baseball, whatever, softball, for when a ball goes up in the air, it's so much easier for the outfielder coming in on the ball to make the play than an infielder going back. Nice job by Kyle Eder seeing that ball well and charging it, saying, I got it. Billy Santiwan gives it up to him.
Yeah, he looked like Kelly Leak from Bad News Bears out there. He's taking everything. If it's in the vicinity, just go get it.
Good. When you have talented, athletes in the field that know that they can make the play, let them take control and say, I got it, and you go get the ball.
Absolutely.
And a nasty Jason Walker breaking ball freezes Derek Corral, stares at strike number 3. Look at the replay of this bender. Corral thought it was going to hit him, and then boom, inside pipe.
Walker had a bit of a wry smile on that. He was even impressed.
Osgood gets this one off the end of the bat. A nice short hop to Billy Santiwan at short. Billy fires it to the backstop for the 3rd out. Legends are retired quickly. Great inning by Jason Walker there. And the Vaderz roll on here.
Yeah, that was that. I don't know if the stream will show how tough of a play. That ball was spinning, and Billy kind of got on his knees and went out, and got out in front of it and snatched it with one hand to hold that play. It was a great play.
A little fortunate for Billy as that ball, as he kind of went to the ground, that ball, and then when that ball hit, he had kind of given up his position. So when it spun, he luckily stuck out that hand, was able to grab it, and then get up and make a throw. Maybe not quite fundamentally there, because as a spinner, you want to be able to kind of stay on your feet and have to chase after it if you need to. But nice job by Billy Santiwan nonetheless, as we hit 500 viewers here tonight. Thank you very much, everybody.
500 more.
Yeah, for checking out this stream tonight. We have Legends, Vaderz, #1 team in the league, facing off against the Legends, a team that we expect maybe to see in the playoffs, and they certainly expect to see themselves in the playoffs. They're really close right now. #5 seed coming into tonight. They get swept, though. They kind of get into that mix with the rest of the teams that are looking to kind of slide back into the playoffs.
That would put us, them, the Cajuns, the Bombers, and the Legends all at 22 and 23.
I did look tonight that if the Legends get swept and the Night Owls sweep tomorrow night, you'll have 4 teams at 22 and 23.
Ooh. For one spot or 2 spots?
For the 5th spot, yep. Because the top 4 teams would then be the Vaderz, the Ones, the Snappers, and the Sand Vipers. So that you'd have Bombers, Cajuns, Night Owls, and Legends, all 4 at 22 and 23 if Vaderz sweep tonight and Night Owls sweep tomorrow.
There'll be some friendships
could be
lost.
some fun situations going forward the rest of the way.
There will be friendships lost in those series. I mean, we went to dinner with the Bombers last night. I'm not talking to those guys until we play them. Forget it. And I love the Fernandezes and Hollis and Bauer and all those guys. I'm gonna Wyatt Earp them. Just walk by them like it's the OK Corral.
We are seeing Billy Osgood here take the mound in the 4th inning as Santiwan rolls one over to Wigfield, knocks it down. Picone cleans it up, fires it to the backstop for the 1st out. Billy Osgood making his 100th career pitching appearance in this game tonight. Only 4 players with 100-plus career pitching appearances. Chad Phillips, Taylor Briner, Brandon Mayo, Billy Osgood.
I love when you bust out those stats. It's so cool to just see who's like stuck with the league, who's been here since the beginning, and it's really neat. I love those.
Yeah, certainly these are the guys who are the kind of OGs of PLW. As Eder gets under this one, Picone ranges back. Taravella gives way, and a quick very, very quick 1-2-3 inning there for Billy Osgood. Maybe one inning too late.
As the great Vince Scully would say, Trench is tied with 2,474 other players for making all 3 outs in one inning. He's tied for the record. That's a record.
It's hard to make all 4 outs, I guess, unless you're a pitcher with 4 Ks in an inning.
Yeah. Going roundy.
Tanner Roundy going to take over for Jason Walker, despite Walker having 3 innings of 1-hit ball. But we did talk about the strategy of maybe not letting a guy stay in too long. The more a team is going to see a pitcher, the more likely they're going to get used to his stuff, understand what he has, and start to do damage. I like this move a lot by manager Billy Santiwan, going away from Jason Walker for now, going to Tanner Roundy. Worst comes to worst, he can either go back to Walker or go to himself and get themselves out of any jam.
Absolutely. It would have been the 3rd time for Sansone, J-Rock, and Garcia seeing him. You dodged the bullet. You kept him in the yard. Hey, you did your job, Jason. Great night. It's perfect. And now Roundy, if Roundy's as electric as he was in the first game, you got to be feeling really good if your manager Sasai.
Yeah, I think this is a great move by Billy Santiwan here. Remember, Billy is the manager of the Vaderz.
Oh, Billy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sasai is the owner. Sasai was manager first half of season 1, gave up some of that managerial duties to Gio Battistoni, and then this year, since the start of the season, decided Billy Santiwan is the man to lead this squad. Sansone drives one deep to right, and that is out of here. Home run, Nick Sansone, 3-1 Vaderz. They cut into the lead there with that big blast by Sansone. We talked about how good of a move it was to bring in Roundy, give him a different look, but maybe Sansone was happy to see a different look as he jumps on that one.
We obviously don't know what we're talking about, Kyle. Let's just watch. Let's just let the game go, I guess, right? Because lefty on lefty, I like the matchup. He mowed everybody down in the first inning, but he left that with slider up in the zone, and Sansone was sitting on it and got it.
I mean, I don't know if it really had anything to do with the matchup there. Just slider up in the zone is not a recipe for success. That's what batters in this league are looking for.
My guy J-Dub in the chat. What's up, J-Dub?
Osgood, excuse me, Stephenson maybe moving up in the box a little bit. He looks like he's more towards the front of the box here against
he sure
Roundy.
Is. Wow. Yeah, he's only about a foot away from the end of it.
3-1, Roundy behind Stephenson here. Stephenson takes ball 4.
Man.
Roundy with 1 walk now. 1 more and he's out of this game. Brings up the smooth swinging left-hander, Alex Garcia.
Roundy has the perfect jersey number on. He is the epitome of Rick Wilding lawn. He can mow 3 guys down and then look. Oh, wow.
Garcia rips one up the middle, right side. That's going to send Stephenson to third. First and third, nobody out, and the Legends are in business here. Taravella is going to come up with a chance to do some damage. Keep this inning rolling for the Legends. Jason Walker was looking great on the hill. Manager Billy Santiwan tried to go to a different look with Tanner Roundy, who had nasty stuff in the first game, but so far hasn't worked out.
That's what I love, man. When you
50
get
miles an hour there, though.
You get these playoff teams and these guys that have won a lot of games in here, they're never out of it, man. They just scrap together and you get some exciting games going like this. Like, I kind of thought it was a wrap, the way it was looking, and bang, 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 first 3 hitters get it going for the Legends, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, every team can punch back in a hurry in this league, so no lead is safe for sure. Taravella takes a nasty screwball.
Wow.
Stared at it for strike number 3.
That is not fair. That is just, you can't swing at that. The TV does not do it justice. How high that thing starts and just kerplunks to the bottom of that zone. That is disgusting.
Nasty drop screwball there. Corral takes ball number 1 away.
Oh, that was left up. Nice play, Gio. Oh, J-Rock's going. Ooh.
He stopped.
Oh, man, that was close. That left foot was kind of in the field, and I thought it crossed the line, but I think Buck's saying he stopped.
Nice job by Gio Battistoni making
Great
a great diving play forward and making the catch. Fires the ball in. Jason Stephenson feinted like he was going home, but saw the throw and then ended up holding up.
I mean, that's smart. You got Billy Osgood up, righty on lefty, and J-Rock says if it was a 1-run game, he was going. So he wasn't going, he's saying.
Screwball misses inside.
Levi Classic. It's 100th appearance, not starts on the Billy Osgood on Billy Osgood's pitching performance.
Yeah, Levi with the 5th player on that list of players with 100 or more appearances. Chad Phillips, Taylor Briner, Brandon Maya, Levi Lawrence, and now Billy Osgood, 100 different appearances. And that's going to be ball number 4.
I love watching Tanner pitch, and I feel cheated every time he walks out. And we're gonna go to Cy Young favorite Billy Santiwan with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And we got Nick Sansone up, who started this inning with a big solo home run into the Garden of Serenity. This is going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, interesting spot here for the Vaderz. They're going to their guy who they can trust to get an out. They only need 1 out to get out of this inning. Unfortunately for the Vaderz, they're going to use an entire inning for Billy for what could be only 1 pitch.
But this is the moment.
Huge spot in this game. Bases loaded for Nick Sansone. They need an out. We'll see if Nick can come through with a big hit for another big hit this inning.
Sansone hit a double off him in the first game, but he also grounded out right back to him. So 1 for 2 off Billy tonight. This is a big moment in this game.
Sansone takes up and away, ball number 1. Swings and misses at that one in the zone. Santiwan ahead 1-2.
Looked like he kind of thought that was going to come in more. It kind of just stayed out on the outer half, and he flew his shoulder out and kind of bailed out of that one. Ooh.
Fires that one inside. 2-2 now. 60 miles an hour off Sansone's body. Swing and a miss. Sansone goes down swinging. Billy Santiwan comes in, does his job, and gets the Legends out of that jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nick Sansone chance to tie this game, but goes down swinging.
Hey, Lede, can you exit out of that so I can see the chat, please?
No, leave that up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just look. You just look over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lede, don't listen to me.
That's all right.
I'm a rook. My bad.
Who is this guy up here?
That's okay.
Sorry, Buck. I apologize.
Yeah, Billy Osgood's going back to the mound.
All right, how about the ball game?
3-1 Vaderz here, top 5. Legends really had a chance there to get back in this game and maybe tie it or take the lead with a big swing off the bat of Nick Sansone, but he goes down swinging.
Yeah, I was telling you, that second one was a good hack. It looked like he was kind of bailing out of it. He thought it was going to kind of come back in because Billy's knuckleball tends to dive into a lefty away from a righty, and it just hung out there and didn't come back to him, and it just missed it. Man, Sashi's all over the place. What's he doing? He's out there signing autographs out in the outfield in between innings.
Gio fouls that one back. Osgood gets ahead 0-2. Big Al in the chat. How are you doing tonight, Big Al?
Big Al.
Adestoni fouls that one off his hands. Stays alive 0-2.
Big Al is so funny, man. He was like a stand-up comedian at dinner last night. He had everybody laughing.
Adestoni swings and misses at 57 from Osgood. Goes down swinging for the first out in the top of the 5th. Brings up Alec Hutt. Alec Hutt 0 for 2, couple of Ks and a walk so far this game. Stares at 56 in the zone. 1 mile an hour, too hot.
Veteran take right there. Legends not happy about that being 56.
Swing and a miss by Hutt. Osgood now ahead 1-2. Coming after these guys right in the zone from Osgood.
Oh.
And he tinks, but it's 58.
That was a great pitch, man.
Hutt.
Oh, no. That's crushed.
Crushed deep to left. Alec Hutt with a monstrous solo shot off Billy Osgood here, top of the 5th. 4-1 Vaderz.
Get right or get left. Turn me up.
Wow. When Huck runs into one, man, he hits some absolute tanks out here.
Yeah, former professional baseball player Alec Hutt. He's a big man. Hits the ball hard, as a lot of these Vaderz do. Just a slider that caught a little too much of the plate. Alec Hutt did not miss it. Sasai Alarcon up now. Knuckleball goes off Sasai, 1-1.
Man, just when the Legends get a run, kind of get back into it, Vaderz take it right back from them. 4-1 now in the 5th.
Side chases at that one. Behind 1-2. Osgood goes a little high. Fouls it back. 1-2 still. Sasai rips one by the diving Ethan Wakefield for a base hit.
Society, everybody getting into the party for the everybody's got a hit in the lineup in this game for the Vaderz, man. They don't stop.
Turns the lineup over for Billy Santiwan here. 2 for 4 so far this game with a double and a home run. Vaderz always looking for more insurance runs. Never satisfied.
They're never satisfied. They want to embarrass people.
As Billy, deep to left,
goodness.
It's out of here. Santiwan with his 3rd home run of the night. Billy Santiwan just has emerged in Ethan Ibarra's absence as a power hitter.
That bat flip might have went above the trees here after he hit that one. He is fired up right now.
Billy is feeling it. A man who's kind of surprised himself these last few weeks with his power hitting ability. Not known for that, typically just known for a high average, annoying slap hitter, can go all sides of the field. These last few weeks found some power alleys for sure. As Osgood goes with the
33
underneath, says
slow pitch softball.
go
pitch.
ahead and try to hit that one.
And
Tanner Roundy, he's going to go back to back. Taravella jumps over the wall to try to go get that one, but he's not going to be able to. And the Vaderz kind of pack on here. 7-1.
Dang.
And they're getting loud, Cody, as we talked about earlier in the night. This is what they do. A little bit of momentum. They get loud, and they kind of beat you both on the field and on the sidelines.
When they get rolling, man, it just seems like it just passes down to the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. It's just crazy. They get on some hot streaks.
Header swings at the first pitch there, a little over anxious.
Yeah, he's trying to
0-2.
follow up with them, but I like his approach all night. It looks like he's locked in. He's had a lot of good takes and just waiting for his pitch. 76.
Osgood with a little bit of aggression, taking out on that one.
Got to do that once in a while. Oh.
Ooh, that one almost came back into the zone as he tried a little bit of a slider at 44. 2-2 to Eder here. Kyle fouls that one back.
That was a good pitch to hit right there.
2-2. Eder grounds that one to Wakefield, knocks it down, gets up, fires a strong throw at 76 miles an hour to the backstop route number 2.
Eder frustrated. I know he wants to get going, and he's one of the top rookie guys, and I know he wants to get going. He's had good at bats tonight. He just hasn't run into him, but he's coming. I don't see this night going without Eder doing something big.
I do agree. Battistoni up here with nobody on and 2 out. Gets under this one. Osgood going to take care of it for the 3rd out. But damage done. The Vaderz jump on them for 4 and extend their lead to 7-1, heading to the bottom of the 5th. We saw Santiwan finish. Billy Santiwan finished the top of the bottom of the 4th, but I don't think we're going to see him back to the mound now with a 6-run lead.
No, it looks like Kyle Eder's going to come to the mound, and he got the save in Game 1. Looked really good. He's going to try to maybe finish this one for the Vaderz.
Yeah, Kyle Eder's going to be looking to get some innings here. They kind of want him to get some innings here, both for his personal benefit of chance to win Rookie of the Year, but also for with Stepna and absence, they're looking for another arm that can make. Besides Santiwan and besides Roundy, if Eder can be their other pitcher besides Stepna and a guy that they can go to and get outs, the Vaderz would love that.
Absolutely, because I got to imagine, I've never been in the playoffs in this. It's my first year, but I got to imagine it's going to be quicker leashes in those games, and you're going to need to throw multiple guys in any game, any situation, burning an inning for an out or a matchup. And if they can get outs out of Eder, they need that to make a deep run into the postseason.
Of course, every game a must win in the playoffs.
Eder's got so much swag. There's some fans walking into the stands, some girls out there. Eder's waving to him in between his warm-up pitches. The guy he's prime time. He's the closest thing to Deion Sanders out here.
See if he can find the strike zone. More importantly, as he falls behind Stephenson 2-1. Legends way down. See if Stephenson gets a little more patient here against Eder.
Good pitch. Good pitch, Eder.
Two misses low to Stephenson, fills up the count.
I like when Eder's pitching. He is like not on 2-2. He's not afraid to make his pitch. He's not scared to go to a full count, which is a good sign for someone starting out pitching.
Stephenson goes down swinging
filthy.
at ball number 4.
That was a nice tight slider that just fell off the plate. That was a nice pitch. That looked like a strike for a long time and just kerplunked.
Alex Garcia stares at that pitch, hitting the pan, but it is 1 mile an hour, too hot, 56. 1-1 here to Garcia.
59, a little high. This is going to be Garcia's pitch right here.
2-1 from Eder. Tanks the outside pipe at 55. Nothing Alex Garcia could do with that, but stare at it. Say nice pitch.
Benefits
2-2.
of pitching with a 6-run league. He could still make a nasty pitch on a 2-1 count. That was nice bounce back pitch from Eder.
Garcia takes up and in full count again. Garcia a little more patient. Don't expect him to chase at ball 4 if he gets one.
Yeah.
There we go. He's on base.
I'm okay. I mean, he's working on things, seeing what he can get away with. You got a 6-run lead. You don't have to give in. You know,
Yeah,
you definitely
100%.
want him to go at guys, but he worked it to a full count. It's not like he's just throwing 4 straight balls like I do.
Brings up Taravella, stares at a pitch, hitting the pan, but it's 57, too hot.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. He keeps hitting 56, 57. He can find that 55, man. He's throwing all different kind of arm angles, different movement. He looks good. Oof.
Taravella can't hold up on that nasty pitch.
That was silly. Oh, man, that's a good pitch.
Eder here ahead. Taravella 1-2. Taravella fights that one off. That's probably going to drop just off the fingertips of Roundy. Going to be first and second, as Roundy did get a finger on that. Just a dirty single, as we say. Going to move up the runner from first to second. Pair of runners on for Derek Corral. You can never count this Legends team out.
No.
They can get a bunch of runs in a hurry. Yes, they're down 6 right now, but a couple of big swings, and this is a 1 or 2 run ball game. As Corral just gets under this one, flies it over to Billy Santiwan at short. Frustrated Derek Corral just misses that ball. Big pitch by Kyle Eder there to get Corral to pop up. First and second, 2 outs for Billy Osgood.
It's kind of been the story in this game. The Vaderz are barreling them up, and the Legends just missing some, man. That would just be big hits to the wall or over the wall.
Just a little too far under it as Osgood fouls that 157-mile-an-hour pitch in the zone back. Eder ahead 1-2, looking to get out of this inning. Up and in to Osgood, 2-2. 500-plus viewers watching this Legends
awesome.
Vaderz rematch from last week. Osgood battles there, fouls it below, not into the zone. He's still alive, 2-2.
Legends got to find a way to get Sansone to the plate with some guys on.
Osgood smokes it up the middle. That's going to get to the wall. Yes,
Double.
it does.
Scores
Clearing
everybody.
the bases. 2 runners come in. Billy Osgood with a huge 2-out double here. 7-3 now. Nick Sansone, they turn the lineup over.
Yeah, that's big for the Legends. You hear manager Brad Ogden. We knew one wasn't going to win it. They definitely want to get some runs. Even if they fall in this one, you want to get something going for the third game.
Sansone takes that one high from Eder. Eder looking for this opportunity to come in and do a kind of a, high leverage spot, trying to get the hold here, trying to get the save, get out of this game for his team. Giving up a couple of runs and some hard hit balls so far.
Yeah, he loves these moments. He wants to be a guy who pitches in the moments where it matters and stuff. So I know he's looking forward to this, and he needs to get out of this.
Too hot and inside 57 to Sansone. 2-2.
2-2.
Action pitch here, very likely. He comes in, Sansone will be looking to hit it hard. But he stays away, misses down and away. Eder with a walk already, and a full count here to Nick Sansone with 2 outs.
I can see Eder going to that sinker ball right here to walk or strike him out.
Went a little high. Sansone saw the pitch up and took a hack at it, fouled it back, stays alive. Full count still.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go the submarine sinker. I think that's been the nastiest thing he's thrown so far.
Gotta get Sansone swinging. Couple of runs back from the legends off of Billy Osgood, 2-out double. But the Vaderz still do remain with a lead, 7-3, heading into the last inning, top of the 6th.
Yeah, I know he gave up 2 there, but that was big to get out of that. That 2 isn't, you're still a grand slam away from tying it up, which is, a lot of base runners to get on to do that. So kept the game in control, being 7-3 with 1 inning left here. That was good. That was good. It wasn't a bad outing by Eder.
See all you guys over on TikTok asking for Cam 2, Cam 3. We have those cameras over here on Twitch. Follow that link in your bio and on the field there, twitch.tv/PremierWiffle for 3 camera angles, plus the broadcast booth, all the Twitch chat, all the points Wiffle points you can bet on the game and earn some stuff in our store. Come on over TikTok.
Yeah, man, you get to talk to some of your favorite players in the league. With all the guys who play in this league are in the chat. You can ask them questions and interact with those guys. It's super neat community to be a part of, and these few months that I've been a part of, it's been the funnest times of my life. It's and the fans and the viewers make it all special.
We have a blast out here in Las Vegas, this beautiful city, this wonderful league that is PLW. Billy Osgood to face Alec Hutt here, home run in his last at bat. Billy looking to get back in the dugout, down 4, give the team a chance for some late inning magic.
Yeah, they get a hold here, it could get interesting in the 6th.
Somebody asked, is that Pete Alonso? That does kind of look like Pete Alonso a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Knuckleball misses inside off Hutt's back.
About 3 inches. What's Alonso, like 6'5", 6'6"? He's a monster.
It's got to be short.
The polar bear.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite that tall.
He's not.
Osgood's going to miss low to Hutt. I don't blame him for not wanting to pitch to him after that bomb he gave up last inning. That's the first walk for Billy. Bring up Sasai Alarcon here. Kind of surprised maybe they don't let Kenny Santiwan take an at bat.
Sasai ripped a base hit.
Jason Walker.
Yeah, Sasai ripped a base hit his last at bat.
Yeah, just
give him the game.
6th inning, an opportunity to get somebody else in the game. As he hits that one hard as well.
He looks good, man.
Sasai needs some reps also.
Yeah, he was here early today, taking BP. He's got his own they bring his own strike zone, and was throwing bullpen, so I'm sure we'll see him pitch today too.
Goes down swinging there for the first out in the top of the 6th. Brings up the top of the order, Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, Billy's just been on an absolute tear tonight, and he does it again. My goodness, Billy Santiwan.
4th home run of the night, 3rd of the game for Billy Santiwan. Incredible emergence of power for Billy. Fantastic job by Billy Santiwan, staying inside, quick hands to the bat, to the ball, exploding for another home run here. Billy Santiwan.
Billy, man, what a night. Woof. Normally when he has a night like this, it's because of his pitching is all I talked about. He's the best hitter on the field tonight.
Looks fantastic up there. Another spinner off the end of the bat of Tanner Roundy. Ethan Wigfield with a hard throw to the backstop for out number 2.
Ethan Wigfield throws it so hard in, man.
He does.
He doesn't cheat himself.
He sure does. He's been prone a little bit at times to spike a ball or airmail one every once in a while if he doesn't have the holes oriented properly. Eder gets under that one, and Osgood will glide over for the last out. But not before another home run by Billy Santiwan, and the Vaderz take a 6-run lead. They gave up 2. Kyle Eder gave up 2 in the bottom of the 5th. But Billy Santiwan got 2 back for him.
Seems like this game, that's just every time Legends get a run, Vaderz answer with a run. Legends get 2 runs, Vaderz answer with 2 runs. You know, it's just back. It's the Vaderz are just nasty.
That's what good teams do. When they get punched, they punch right back, and they don't let the other team back in the games, and that's kind of the key. I mean, if you let a team drift slowly back into a game, 1 here, 1 there, 2 here, and all of a sudden a 6-run lead goes to a 1 or 2 run lead, you know, the momentum is a big shift. But if you give up 2 runs and then you immediately punch right back, just the momentum is still on your side.
Vaderz are they're definitely a team you need to jump on early and get them down where they kind of maybe feel like they don't have it. But if you let them get ahead on you, they just pedal to the floor. They're not stopping.
Stephenson a little over anxious there, swings at that one inside. Eder here ahead 0-2. Stephenson a spinner off the end of the bat over to Kenny Santiwan at second. Gets the holes oriented, a little bit of a low throw, but does make it to the backstop for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort, but Kenny made the play. And good start for the inning to get that first batter out. Don't let him get a rally going.
Kyle Eder looking to close the door on this one. He's going to have to face Alex Garcia first. Couple of balls high and hot, 2-1.
Garcia's too cool, too smooth at the plate to chase those pitches. Yeah.
Eder goes a little too hot again, 3-1, as he does have a walk. We'll see if he goes with the stereotypical get me over on 3-1.
If he wants to finish it, he needs to. 58.
Nope, stays nasty,
that's a wrap.
58, but that's going to be ball number 4. Second walk for Kyle Eder, and they're going to have to go to someone else to finish this game off. They're going to go back to Jason Walker, who started this game, looked great through 3 innings. He's got an opportunity to finish this one as well.
Eder, man. He's how's that 58? You don't understand how that's 58. He's one of those guys. It's the radar gun's fault.
Yeah, it's that. It's
Come on, Eder. Turn me up, baby. Don't be doing that.
Yeah, Walker was probably a little bummed that we got pulled out of this game as he was dealing through 3 innings, and then Tanner came in and they gave up 1 and almost kind of gave up more. But Walker with a chance to finish this one as he feels like this game is his anyway.
I like them going back to him. He deserves it. He pitched. He's pitched real good tonight.
Yeah, and he's in line for the win this game anyway. Misses away at Taravella. Long way to climb back here for the Legends. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Man, I got to loosen my shoelaces up. You ever tie your Vans too tight and they just make the top of your foot hurt? Golly. What are you doing?
This guy. Taravella rolls one over. Hutt puts a hand on this,
Nice
flips
play.
one to Gio. Gio tries to turn the double play, but cannot. Man, that one looked like it was going to get through the 5-6 hole, but Hutt with those big paws sticks one out and knocks it down, and they do get the force out at second.
Yeah, it says Tucker just pitching to contact, getting ground balls, defense taking care of him all night.
Yeah, Walker doing his thing.
Whoa.
Corral smokes that one down the third baseline, a little bit ahead of it. See if Walker goes with that big, slow breaking ball here, and he does, but
Hutt.
over to Hutt, who makes another great play. Struggles to pick this one up. Probably not going to be enough time.
That was ripped, man.
Man, great play by Alec Hutt to knock that one down and try to stay with it, but couldn't quite make it.
Does he have a
out.
glove on out there? What is going on?
It certainly looks like it. Man, tough one. I guess I'm going to call that a single? I don't know.
Yeah, that was ripped.
Booted it 3 times. That was
It was hot, man. He's got a family to think about.
First and second, 2 outs for Osgood. Walker looking to get out of this inning and secure the victory and the series for the Vaderz. Vaderz had won 3 consecutive series, looking for 4 in a row.
So you get bases loaded with Sansone.
Osgood knows that was his pitch to swing at.
I got to
But down 6.
Yeah, I love the team play there.
Yeah, you have to kind of take it.
You need base runners, and you swing at a 3-1 and get out. It's kind of deflating. He's putting a good at-bat together. Being a team player.
Full count here from Walker to Osgood, and he misses down and away for
Yep.
ball number 4. That will load the bases for Nick Sansone.
That's his second walk. So, whoa, they're gonna go. They're gonna go Sasai. I said Sasai was pitching before the game, and he said I want this. Nice. Gotta love the confidence. Get him some warm up balls here. Yeah, he was pitching for about. I watched him pitch for about 15, 20 minutes. Man, he looked good.
Yeah, Sasai's got some experience here in PLW, mostly known as a knuckleballer.
Does he know he's got to pitch from the mound?
Yeah, he's just getting loose.
You do that too.
Yeah, when I take more of my pitches, I'm literally just up there to get warm.
Yeah.
I don't really need to display the few pitches I'm going to throw to guys. I'm literally doing it just to get my arm loose.
Yeah.
Confident in my ability to find my pitches once I'm loose. Sai going to look to finish this one off. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nick Sansone up. And try to make this deficit a lot smaller with a big swing.
Yeah, you still need a couple more hits here, but this kind of, well, it's 6-run lead, so Sai can get it out.
Yeah, they only have 1 out to work with. But you never know.
I got to talk to my boy Boba. He's in the field umping. He needs to get out of there. He's playing right field. Look at him. Who does he think he is? He thinks we're all here for him, you know that?
Full count here to Sansone.
Sashi. Oh.
And Nick takes that one inside, and that's going to be a bases-loaded walk. 9-4 now. Brings up Jason Stephenson with 1 swing of the bat. Can make this a 1-run game. If Stephenson gets on, Alex Garcia would be the tying run to the plate.
Gotta love the base on balls walk, and you get an RBI for that, for the stats.
The other thing the Legends have a little bit of power to work with here is that they want to try to force maybe Billy to have to come back in. Stevenson rolls over this one, though. Hutt flips it to Battistoni to second for the final out, and that is going to do it. The Legends drop game number 2 as well to the Vaderz, 9-4. 4-2 Vaderz game number 1, 9-4 here in game number 2. It's the Billy Santiwan show so far tonight.
Absolutely.
Not a dominant pitching performance game 1, but off the bat of Billy Santiwan, 1 home run in game 2, in game number 1, and 3 homers in game number 2 for Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, man. He as the leader, the manager of the team, he knew he had his big gun out with Ibarra. He came in and he stepped up for his team. He's been unbelievable tonight with the home runs, the power. And you know we're going to see him in Game 3 at some point in the relief in the out of the bullpen and try to shut this one down and get a sweep for his team.
100%. Legends look to avoid the sweep in game number 3. We will be right back.
What's up, PLW? Look at that sunset. We got the plane out there. Oh, Gio up on the Gio doing it all, playing a little outfield, batting in the order, and now he's on Skycam for us. What a guy. So far, we got the Vaderz are leading the series 2-0. They won last game 9-4. As we mentioned, Billy Santiwan hit 3 home runs, 4 on the night, 3 in game 2. He's really just getting it going, doing everything for the Vaderz tonight. It's for the Legends to bounce back in this one. They're going to go with Billy Osgood. They need to get a few good innings. They still have innings left for. We haven't seen Trench yet, and Taravella has 7 innings. So they have all hands on deck to try to slow down this Vaderz lineup. They need to jump on them early and try to get a lead so they can kind of not let the Vaderz get rolling, maybe jump on them early, and Vaderz feel like they've already taken the series. Maybe they let the foot off the gas, let some other guys get some at-bats, maybe a Dave Cabrera sighting in the order, maybe a little Kenny Santiwan back in the order, and Legends are going to do everything they can to not get swept here tonight. As we mentioned, if they do, it's going to bring in a whole host of teams tied for that 5th playoff spot, which make these last few weeks of the season trying to get in that playoff push will be wild. Would be exciting, but the Legends don't want to let that happen. And with the Vaderz, Kyle Eder really, has been doing everything at the plate for him this year, along with Ethan Barr, and no Ethan here, and Eder not doing what he's been doing the last few weeks. They've still been putting up the runs they have. Just this has been a total team performance by them. It's been nice to see. It's what they need to do if they want to make a deep run into the playoffs, and they're showing their depth and what their lineup can do when everybody's clicking. Yeah, we all want Jimmy Dodos in here, but he had work, so he couldn't be here tonight, so I had to fill in for him. Who you guys like in Game 3? What's that line at? Drop down that box. What's the line at? We've got Legends plus 1.5. I like that.
Yeah, we're going to have
good.
Kenny Santiwan starting for the Vaderz, and we're going to have Billy Osgood on the bump for the Legends. Jason Stephenson going to come out of the lineup for the Legends. Sansone Garcia, Taravella, Corral, Pacone, Osgood. The Vaderz are going to go with Billy Santiwan, Tanner Roundy, Kyle Eder, Gio Battistoni, Kenny Santiwan, and Sasai getting the start in the lineup. I think they're looking to get Sasai qualified for the playoffs, so he needs to at least take one at bat in this game, as we will likely see Alec Hutt pinch hit at some point.
Is Sasai close to the? He felt like he's been in a lot.
He's pitched in a handful. I do think he needs to get a good amount of more of at bats if he wants to have a chance to be on the roster. You never know when they're going to need mostly him for a pitching appearance in the playoffs.
Can you have 10 games hitting, 10 games pitching, and then that qualifies you for both, or do you have to have 20 and 20?
No, 10 total.
Okay.
Between pitching and hitting.
20 total.
20 total between pitch. Either one at bat or one pitch thrown qualifies you as a game played, and you need 20 of those.
So if you batted 40 games in a season and never pitched, but in the playoffs you needed to get an inning, you could?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. 2-2 here to Santiwan. He goes down swinging. Osgood
That's weird.
handles the hot.
Santiwan got out?
I know, he's been swinging the bat so good. 4 home runs so far tonight for Billy Santiwan. That's going to bring up Tanner Roundy. He's ahead of that one. Tips that one off the end of the bat. So we see Chris Warfield coming in. A little bit of Skycam action. We were without Skycam for games 1 and 2. I'm sure you guys noticed you don't see our normal shots of the pitcher and batter. So Chris Warfield, manager of the Warbirds, stepping up and helping us out here on game number 3. We see Osgood ahead 0-2 to Roundy.
Yeah, that was a great pitch.
Tanner takes that one away. Tanner hits that one hard. Ethan knocks it away towards Trench. Trench gets up, makes a little bit of a floating throw from his knees, but gets the out. Great play. Teammates Wigfield and Pacone on that ground out.
Trench looked like Tom Cruise in Risky Business right there sliding in on that line. What a play.
Normally we've been having PLW gaming after the streams. Tonight we're not going to have that, unfortunately. That'll resume later on this week, though. Thanks for everybody who's been sticking around after the PLW streams, hanging out and watching. Sean Merciel, Tom Gannon, Devella, whomever, playing games. Kyle Eder ahead of that one, goes down swinging, and Osgood goes 1-2-3, thanks to a couple of good pitches and some good defense here in the first. The Legends need this game. We talked about if they got swept and the Night Owls sweep tomorrow, there's going to be a 4-way tie for first. The Legends want to avoid that situation for sure. We'll see if they can take advantage of having to face Kenny Santiwan here.
Yeah, that looked like the Billy Osgood we usually see. All those pitches looked way more sharper than he did in game 2. So maybe just kind of getting here a little late. Maybe he was just off, didn't get to warm up before the game like he maybe normally does. That looked like the Billy Osgood I'm used to seeing.
It typically takes most guys a little while to get settled into a start. Not everybody can be so dominant right from pitch number 1. It just kind of, when you see a good amount of pitchers not have the best stuff right from the jump, it just makes you more and more impressed with the guys that are able to do that. Such as Tom Gannon and Billy Santiwan and Ryan Chen, and the best James Stein, the best pitchers in the league.
Gio's just firing rockets up at me and laughing at me because I flinched. Gosh darn it.
Kenny Santiwan getting the start here in game number 3. Likely going to see Billy Santiwan as well.
Oh, yeah, you know that's coming.
Billy's used 4 innings. Tanner's used 4 innings. So both Billy and Tanner have... Billy's used... I think Billy's used...
I don't think he pitched last game.
He thought he might have had 4
Nice.
last. Sansone goes opposite field. Base hit against Kenny Santiwan here. Check. I think Billy used 4 in game number 1 as he did walk out, which is not normal for Billy. Yeah, Billy went 4 in game number 1.
Oh, okay.
Billy will have 4 innings remaining here. He used 4 in game 1 and 1 in game 2. We will very likely see Billy Santiwan in addition to Kenny Santiwan. See if the Vaderz can jump on Kenny here, though.
Or as GK calls him, Santy 2.
Santy 2, that's right. No, Trench calls him that.
Oh, is that Trent?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was GK. My bad.
Billy Santiwan, Kenny Santy 2.
That's funny.
2-2 to Garcia. Knuckleball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Great pitch by Santiwan there to get Garcia swinging. Garcia sliding up into the 2-hole this game in the absence of Jason Stephenson in the lineup.
What's up, the body 2323? If that's who I think it is, that might be my buddy Jesse back home. Maybe
Jesse
not.
the Body Ventura?
Yeah, Jesse the Body Rogers.
Oh. Deep fly ball of Taravella. And Tanner Roundy right at the wall with a little bit of, I don't know what that was, a hug, an assist. They were maybe trying to do a little bit of he was going to do
They're
a lift,
laughing.
like a figure skating lift. I wasn't quite sure what Kyle Eder was going to do there, but either way, secured for the out.
Eder told me his favorite movie is Dirty Dancing. He was probably going for that thing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He loves that movie.
As Corral rips the single right side up the middle, that's going to shoot Sansone from first to third. A little bit of 2-out action here by the Legends. Trench Pacone up in a big spot. Needs to give his team a lead here.
Yeah, he tried to in game 2 when he hit that big home run to tie it up. He could use a base hit right here.
Kenny Santiwan misses down and away. Trench looking for a pitch in the zone. Gonna hit it hard. Trench rips it. Left center field. That's gonna get down. Kyle Eder prevents it from hitting the wall, but it's gonna score Sansone from third. Move Derek Corral over to second. And the Legends are on the board. 1-0 Legends here in the bottom of the first.
Great at bat. Got something up in the zone, up and in. That's Trench's little money spot right there. Turned on it and absolutely hammered it into the gap.
Kenny Santiwan misses low to Billy Osgood. Little 2-out rally for the Legends, looking to do more damage. Billy Osgood, line drive.
Jeez.
1 hop double off the wall will clear the bases. Derek Corral comes in from second, Pacone from first, and the Legends jump all over Kenny Santiwan here in the first inning. 3-0 Legends.
The Legends look upset after what happened in the first 2 games. They came out firing in this one. Wow.
And they knew they had a bit of an opportunity here against the less experienced Santiwan. Nasty knuckleballer at times, but if it's not floating as good, as he takes a little aggression off there, misses to Sansone outside.
Nice.
Paints after that one, 50 miles an hour, 1-2.
Change that pitch looked even slower than 50 because of the first one being 73. I like that. I thought he was kind of mad, but maybe he was setting something up there.
Kind of the idea with that, I believe. As he floats that knuckleball in, Billy Santiwan ranges over in foul territory behind the third base bag and will make the catch for the third out. But damage done.
3, yeah.
The Legends get 3 in the bottom of the first. Have a lead for Billy Osgood going back to the mound. Billy looked good so far. Looked good in that inning. Taravella with plenty of innings. Taravella didn't go any game 1. He only went 2 in game number 2. So Ogden with a lot of flexibility here with what he wants to do with his pitching staff. Can ride Osgood here or at any moment can go to his ace, Casey Taravella, and try to get them shut down as well.
Yeah, I like the idea of maybe just one time through the order. Don't let the Vaderz get comfortable. They've shown when they see guys a few times, they really start to hammer. Go Osgood, then maybe Trench for 2 one time through the order and finish it off with Taravella is what I like.
Do a little back and forth thing as well.
And you still got J-Rock.
Yeah, could be interesting to see how manager Brad Ogden approaches his pitching staff here in game number 3 with a lot of options and really a need for a W.
It also marinated for like 36 hours.
Here we go. We're going to have Gio Battistoni leading off for the Vaderz. looking to get his squad going in game number 3. But Chase's 55 in the dirt. And Osgood ahead of Battistoni, 0-2.
Yeah, Gio, a couple weeks ago, for about a month in a row, was the most dangerous hitter in PLW. He was crushing the ball for about a month straight. Man, it was so fun to watch.
Been a little bit overshadowed this season with how good seasons both Ethan Ibarra and Kyle Etter has had. See, he hits one hard past Ethan Wigfield. Nick Sansone out in right field tries to make a sliding play, but unfortunately goes off his leg and diverts towards center field, and that's going to go off the wall for a double. Battistoni on second with nobody out here. Hard hit ball by Battistoni.
I missed the exit velo, but that had to be real hot off the bat.
Not a lot Wigfield could do. Swing and a miss by Kenny Santiwan. A little impatient a few times these guys have been on the first pitch. Does a nice job there taking that one out of the zone. Santiwan off of Wigfield to Pacone. Kind of bobbles it with one hand, gathers it, and throws out, makes the out to the backstop. Trench with a wry smile on his face, knowing kind of how cool of a play that was. Nice play by our main man, Trench.
Oh, no. Oh, man, Ethan was grabbing his wrist. I thought he did something bad.
Yeah, Ethan may be feeling it a little bit. This ground that we play on, not exactly the most forgiving surface. Ethan okay. Giving up his body there for that play. The Legends are thankful for it, but they want to make sure Ethan's okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. Good.
Going to bring up Sasai Alarcon here in the 6th hole. Checks that swing. Takes ball 1. Low and inside. 1-1. Osgood with a slider, but 1 mile an hour too hot. Can't believe it. 56. Sasai thought that might have been strike number 2, but instead he's ahead 2-1.
56 is the most frustrating thing as a pitcher in this league. It's like, come on.
You feel like you've executed and you get it stolen from you. Sasai takes away. Ball 3 is way ahead here. 3-1. Likely has the red light with the hot hitting Billy Santiwan on deck. But no, Sasai goes after that one. Pops it out to Ethan Wigfield. You know, if get a kind of second guess that decision there. I kind of hate to swinging 3-1 with a base empty and with Billy Santiwan on deck. Yes, Sasai could drive the ball, but you know, take a strike and go after it full count.
Yeah, you're not going to get something too crazy on 3-2. Especially if it goes 3 straight balls, you know he's going to groove 2 of them in just to go at you with Billy on deck. It's just not. That's a tough spot to. It's not a team play.
Yeah, just general philosophy. You want to have many base runners on for your best hitters. Jam shot by Santiwan. That's his normal thing. Base hit up the middle. Finds a hole. Luckiest batter in PLW, as I always say. I bust his balls about that, though. I'm just kidding, as he's a great all-around hitter.
Yeah.
Always seems to find a hole. Base hit, Billy Santiwan, RBI single.
Yeah, he's just having one of those nights where everything's going right for him, man. He's a good player. That can happen any night for him, but tonight it's been crazy.
Roundy rolls one over to Wigfield that doesn't really hop, and you see right there, Cody, you know, you've known baseball your whole life, and you try to get down with what feels like a glove on your hand, but the Trench method would have knocked that down, no problem.
Because, that play in baseball is definitely a step in the backhand, but a backhand with no glove is a weird thing, so that's where that Trench slide is huge, because you just got to flip it to second base.
Of course, and you have 2 fielders within no more than 15 feet of you that are going to be right there to pick up the ball if you can't get to it. The play is to just knock the ball down and keep it in the infield. You have to make the adjustment to WIFFLE. Ethan Wigfield not doing it on that play, and we'll see if Kyle Etter can take advantage. Ahead 2-1.
Yeah, this is a moment.
And Kyle Etter, deep to center, and just like that, the error comes back to bite them, and Etter, with a 3-run bomb, gives the Vaderz a lead.
I was just about to say, this is a moment where Etter all year has gotten the big hit for the Vaderz, and he didn't give me a chance because he swung at the first pitch and just crushed it. What an at-bat.
Kyle Etter with a huge swing, a 3-run bomb, taking advantage of that error at short by Ethan Wigfield. You know, we had a little bit of back and forth about the fundamentals of WIFFLE, and you saw right there, you just have to get down and knock it down and keep it in the infield and give your team a chance to make the out. Ethan didn't do that on the play before, and Kyle Etter capitalized and sent that ball to dead center.
Man, he's dangerous at the plate. You knew it was a matter of time.
Knuckleball floats in. 1-2 to Battistoni here.
I'm here all the time. It seems like Eder does that once a series. Or right when they need a home run, he gets it.
Battistoni swings and misses. But the damage has been done. An error at short extended the inning. And one batter too many. Kyle Eder took advantage and sent that one deep to center field. An absolute blast into the night. A no-doubter. And the Vaderz have the lead 4-3.
That's tough. You were up 3-0. You got to like the start you had. But, you know, it's still only a one-run game. They leaving Kenny out there, and they hit him good in the first inning. Legends are a veteran team. They're not going to get rocked by that. They're going to, you know, I see them answering and bouncing back. I think we're in for a wild Game 3.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting spot here for the Vaderz. Billy has 4 innings remaining and could easily come out right here and go 2, 3, 4, and 5 and let his team try to get the lead even more and try to shut down, the Legends here. But they are going to stick with Kenny Santiwan, give him a chance in this high leverage spot, try to get one more inning out of Kenny. The Legends will be licking their chops a little bit, knowing they don't have to face Billy quite yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? They've built themselves a cushion with winning so many games. Let's put these guys in the heat of it and not let them think, oh, Billy will save us. Let these guys work it out.
Another good point late in the season here where the Vaderz have likely clinched a playoff spot. Not quite mathematically yet, but very close to doing so. Their magic number will be down to 1 after a win tonight if they win this last game. So, yeah, a little bit of room to play with for the Vaderz. As Alex Garcia with a home run over the left field container. Thought that one was gone immediately off the bat. Then for a second thought it might hang up, but that one definitely left the yard. And tie game just like that. Home run, Alex Garcia.
Eder gave a run at it, man. He was going for it. He wanted to make a highlight reel play. It just was a step, or it would have been hard for him to get over there. It kind of was tailing away from him the whole time. But good effort.
Yeah, that one did not leave the yard by much. Really, maybe only a foot or so, as that container is only 8 feet wide, and those chairs are halfway through it. I mean, if to bounce in front of the feet of those fans is only about a foot or so over the wall. So that one barely leaving the yard, but leaving it by enough.
Yeah, he had a shot at it if he could have got there.
Taravella stares at that one into the zone. Behind 0-2. Kenny tries to go way hot, but 65. 1-2. We mentioned at the beginning of the inning, maybe he could have gone to Billy and try to get the shutdown inning after they get the 3-run bomb off Eder. But instead, Kenny Santiwan gives up the home run to Garcia, and there's a hard hit. Foul ball could have easily been fair if just misses. A couple of hard hit balls off Kenny Santiwan here. Taravella working a full count. At what point do you go to Billy?
I could see him if he walks him here or gets on or something.
He doesn't have a walk yet. Now he does. Runner on first, 1 out. Nobody out, excuse me. For powerful Derek Corral. Welcome back to the lineup after a few weeks off. He was attending JT Church's wedding down in Mexico, I believe.
That's what I heard.
So he was on that trip. He's looking to get himself back going.
It was I think it was like bachelor party the weekend before the wedding and then the wedding, so they were gone for a few weeks.
As he rips one, Hutt gets a hand on it. Billy kind of tried to go into left as he could have made a play on that still as Hutt got a hand on it. But another hard hit ball batted off of Kenny Santiwan. How long will the Vaderz leave him out there and let the Legends kind of get the tee off on him?
I feel like because normally definitely in a more.
He used his foot, not in a slide, to stop the ball.
I thought he used his hand.
No, he used his foot to stop the ball.
The outfielder?
Outfielder used his foot to stop the ball, not in the slide.
I'm not the umpire. We're not the umpires.
Yeah, this is going to be a...
Doesn't matter.
It's happened a few times this year, and if...
this is a spot... This one's going to be up to Buck Burnett, but this is a spot where I think it's obvious that this ball was going to stop short of the wall. Yes, he used his foot to stop it, which not in a slide is against the rules. But if you're watching on this replay, you can kind of see that it's obvious that all he had to do was put his finger out and it was going to stop this ball. He was
Yeah, I
just
think
kind of doing a little bit of showboating, which is, you could come back to bite him here as they could grant an extra base, but it's going to be up to Buck Burner to make this call. I'm just going to let him know it's against the rule to use your foot like this to stop the ball, but it's up to him to decide whether or not he thinks it really affected the play.
Isn't the rule there for like the sliding and like really like he could have put his hand down so it's not?
Yep, and
Wow.
Buck's going to give him second base. And look, that's what the rule is written. It's not written in the rule that you can use your feet if the ball is obviously going to stop. We wrote the rule to prevent guys from doing something like that, sticking their foot up, preventing a hit at the wall. Look,
Yeah,
that's what the rule is. Just stick your hand out and pick it up. Nobody else uses their feet out there. I don't blame Buck one bit for giving him the extra base here.
Yeah, he just needs to go down and grab it with his hand. I know what he was doing. He was kind of letting it like, hey, do you want to run out here and come try to make a play? And they didn't, so he just tapped it with his foot. But it's tough. I guess you got to call it.
Yeah, look, in the rule book it's written you can't use your feet to stop a ball from hitting the wall unless you're in a slide. Simple as that. Honestly, wouldn't have blamed Buck either way for that call.
Yeah.
I could see him saying, look, that ball was clearly going to not hit the wall. Picone gets under this one a little. It's carrying. It's over the fence. Trench with a 3-run bomb. And the Legends take the lead 7-4. One batter too late.
Trench Picone staring it down, and as cold as ice bat flip, just smooth, my man. Wow, Trench.
Big swing by our main man, Trench Picone there. A 3-run blast. The Legends retake the lead 7-4 as Billy Santiwan will come in and try to shut them down now. Clearly a few batters too late.
You were calling that, Kyle.
We said it at the start of the inning. It was 4-3 Vaderz. This is kind of one of those spots. They live off momentum, right?
Yeah.
4-3, you get the big blast off from Eder, off the mistake. The idea is you want to come right back, shut them down, keep the momentum, but instead they stuck with Kenny. Yeah, he could have shut him right down and got the 1-2-3 inning, but the guy that's so much more likely to do so is now finally on the hill, Billy Santiwan.
Yeah, that's tough. I think what I mentioned, like giving him some battle-tested innings and seeing what he can do in those moments, and not always have Billy there to bet. Because on a normal night, like Billy might have went 6th the first game, and you don't have these innings, so they're going to need a guy like that. But being down 3, coming back, it would have been nice to just close the door on him.
And look, as you said, the Vaderz have a little bit of breathing room with the fact that they are the #1 ranked team in the league, and they don't maybe necessarily, quote-unquote, need every game the rest of the way, but they sure as heck want every game. So if they wanted to continue to show their dominance in this league, they could have easily come in and tried to shut the door there with Billy as Osgood flies out to right.
God, Billy worked so fast. Eder was walking back to short, not even looking when the ball was pitched and hit. Billy, slow down, big guy.
Sansone up now against Billy. Out knuckleball floats in too high. Yeah, Billy working really quickly here. It's on the batters and the umpires a little bit to try to control his speed of play. Expect Sansone to step out a little bit and get settled in the box.
I don't like that. Yeah, he's like going before the guy even looks up.
We do have a fast-paced game here, but with Santiwan on the mound, sometimes it's even quicker. Off Billy Santiwan's hand, Eder, his right, does a great job making a strong throw. Kyle Eder with a great play off the deflection off Santiwan. Not normally at shortstop, but scrambles after that one. Throws out to the backstop.
Telling you, Eder's should be in consideration for Gold Glove. He
100% he is,
He
my
plays
friend.
outfield because of they have Ethan usually, but he would be a great shortstop on any team.
He's way up on the ballot for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Looking forward to that voting again this year. It was fun conducting that last year. All of the managers and members of the managers chat as Alex Garcia with a deep drive to right center field, and he goes yard. Alex Garcia continues his torrid pace the last 4 weeks. If not for Ryan Chen, if not for Mateo Fernandez, maybe Adam Tanek, this is the next hottest hitter in the league. I mean, he is just as hard to get out as anybody right now.
Yeah, it was before he got here, we were all talking down in the dugout, and I'm like, that guy just does not get talked about enough, but Alex Garcia is one of the best hitters in this league, and he's never kind of like brought up, but God, the guy's a good ball player.
Really scary lineup, this Legends lineup, is with Sansone, Garcia, and Corral when that's the 1-2-3 punch, not to mention Taravella and Stevenson with Picone there also, and Osgood, top to bottom, the Legends can swing it with everybody in this league.
Absolutely.
It's been their motto since the day they stepped foot in this league. They can swing it with everybody. Their problem was they had medium to subpar, fair to subpar defense. As Taravella deep to right, but just short of getting out. Gio at the wall makes a great catch. Another ball that could have easily left the yard on most nights just misses.
I thought that was over the scoreboard, the way it was hit.
As did I. Little too much under it by Taravella there. To continue my thought, yeah, the Legends are known for their ability to hit the ball, but they've played a little bit less than perfect defense over the years, and their pitching has been good, not great. Taravella has kind of emerged as an ace. Osgood has looked to be back to his normal self, and now Picone is in there, and J-Rock obviously can do damage as well. So the Legends are built for a championship run this year. Yeah, they dropped 2 out of 3 so far tonight to the Vaderz, and 2 out of 3 last week to them, but they're a team that can hang with them if they squeak into the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, they can hang with anybody, and they got they're a little bit older guys, so they're just real calm in the pressure. They care. They want to win. They're out here to win, but they don't get worried if they fall down or nothing. They know what they can do.
Yeah, experienced players top to bottom. None of these guys feel any big pressure moments. Cool, calm, collected up there.
And they're going to go Billy. Going Billy again. This is after Kenny hits here, it'll be Kenny and Sasai. It'll be almost the third time through the order.
Yeah, a little bit of interesting decision by Ogden. Could have definitely gone to Taravella here to start this inning after Osgood gives up that big 3-run home run to Eder last inning. He's going to walk Kenny Santiwan here. Sasai is going to come up. Osgood going to look to get a ground ball, try to turn 2, prevent Billy and Tanner from coming up with any base runners on. Casey didn't look his normal self in game number 2, so maybe that's the decision for Brad, not really necessarily needing to go to him.
Yeah, but J-Rock looked good in game 1. He just made a couple mistakes, and Vaderz made him pay, but he looked good too. And Billy's their guy. I mean, he's a horse. He'll battle.
Sasai goes down swinging there. Surprised they didn't go to Hutt already as a pinch hitter for Sasai there with a leadoff base runner. Would have been a really good spot for a pinch hit opportunity, even for Jason Walker, a veteran player, guy who can put the ball in play and hit that ball hard at any time.
I mean, Hutt hit a
home run last game.
Yeah, in his last at bat too, wasn't it?
I think it was second to last.
But then he walked. I mean, he put 2. Yeah,
I think that was an oversight as well. Maybe a spot to just get Sasai another at bat. But if you're playing to win this ball game, probably a spot to try to pinch hit Alec Hutt. As Osgood misses wild here, as would likely get ready to see a different pitcher. He's 1 pitch away from walking out. 540 viewers with us here on Twitch Wednesday night. Seeing game number 3 as Billy Osgood walks Billy Santiwan. And who are we going to? Looks like we are going to go to Jason Stephenson.
I like
Casey Taravella's not quite feeling himself. The one other thing that could be said about anytime Taravella comes into the game, their defense gets considerably worse. Similar thing with Tom Gannon of the Sand Vipers. Adam Couts of the Ones. Just these pitchers yes, they're great pitchers, but they are such good defenders, and that's just a really important part of this league as well. When Casey comes out of left field onto the mound, it's just you have a not nearly as talented defender out there. So that's kind of maybe what's the coin flip decider for Ogden here.
Yeah, now with a 4-run lead and J-Rock on the mound, you get Taravella and Osgood out there in the outfield, which is their best outfield combo, right?
This is their best defensive lineup.
Right here.
Taravella in left, Osgood in right, Picone, Wakefield, and Corral. That is their best defense.
Yeah,
period.
so you've got a 4-run lead. You want that out there. Yeah. So I do like this.
If they had all 12 guys here, maybe if Sansone was a little healthier, he would be out there. But this is it. Yeah. This is their best defense they got. Alex Garcia, very talented. Doesn't have a ton of reps in the field this year. Brad Ogden lets Corral play second base much more often than Garcia.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Jason Stephenson, a strikeout pitcher, comes in and does his job, striking out Tanner Roundy for the second out. Brings up Kyle Eder, 3-run bomb last inning. Can he do the same here? as he takes a pitch off the top pipe, 54. And Stephenson's one strike away from getting out of this one.
This is one of those Eder moments again, for sure. He just, when his team needs it, he does it usually more times than he doesn't.
0-2 to Eder. Does go low, 56 in the dirt, 1-2. Eder really starting to be more of a PLW veteran, not giving in 0-2. But does swing at a pit, nasty screwball, 55 down in the dirt. Eder goes down swinging. Stephenson comes in, does the job, gets out of the jam, and the Legends hang on to that 4-run lead heading to the bottom of the third.
That screwball was sharp and nasty, man. That looked like a strike for a long time and then just dove in on Eder's hands. That was hard to lay off, especially with the strike already on you.
The guys that throw the screwball in this league are some of the most dominant pitchers. Tanner Roundy, Ryan Chen, Jason Stephenson. It's just, it's so hard to see that pitch because it just dives so quickly and it dives away from you. You're just not expecting it. Those guys that can really paint those screwballs and even get you to chase at the low ones, really some of the most dominant pitchers in PLW.
They're just big in those moments because if it's nasty, you can just avoid contact. You can get so many strikeouts with it because it just looks even like sometimes I throw one that's not nearly as good or sharp, but just that movement, it's weird. And it gets a lot of swing and misses when you throw it right.
We are going to see Billy Santiwan out here again as Corral gets under that one. Kenny Santiwan secures the first out. Yeah, the Vaderz gave Kenny an opportunity to keep them in this, hang on to the lead. You know, it's a good opportunity for him to have a high leverage spot and get that experience, because if you come in facing nothing but lower leverage, low risk spots, you don't know how you're going to perform when you really need to, and good to get that experience.
Right, and the Vaderz are looking to win a championship. They're not just trying to get to the playoffs, so we need to know what we got in those moments when it comes down to the games that really count.
Yeah, nice little luxury for them, having a little bit of a padding on whether or not they're going to be in the playoffs. The Vaderz are nearly have their ticket punched. Osgood jam shots one over to Eder. Fires it in at 88, shows off his arm, nearly spikes it, but does get the job done. We roll along to the top of the fourth. Vaderz got the first two games here tonight, 4-2 in game number 1, 9-4 in game number 2. And now the Legends punching back, up 8-4, heading to the top of the fourth in game number 3, looking to avoid a sweep. We talked about a potential for a 4-way tie with certain outcomes this week. One of them being if the Legends were to drop all 3 games tonight, they're looking to avoid doing that and hang on to their 5th place spot in the standings.
Yeah, selfishly, obviously it would help my team. That's one of the teams on the outside looking in. But it's either way. Legends win this or not, it's going to be a wild, wild race to the end. It's going to be fun.
These last few weeks, there's going to be basically 5 teams fighting for 2 spots likely in the playoffs, or 6 teams fighting for 3 spots, depending on kind of how everything shakes up. There's pretty much only 2 teams that seem to have their ticket for the playoffs, kind of technically, not mathematically, but looks like punched, and the rest are all battling for sure.
Yeah, the ones and Vaderz are nearly a lock.
Yeah, they look basically locked into playoff spots. It's just a matter of where they end up. But the rest of the league not mathematically eliminated. The team could get hot and find their way in. Battistoni gets ahead, 2-1 to Stephenson. Gio with a hard swing fouls that one back, 2-2.
God, he swings violent. Oof.
2-2 to Stephenson. See if he goes screwball again. Does the slider. Gio does a good job fighting that one off.
Way to spoil that. That was a good pitch by J-Rock, and Battistoni getting a piece of it was nice.
He misses away with a screwball. Full count to Battistoni as 566 viewers watching here on Twitch with us, seeing game number 3 between the Vaderz and the Legends. Vaderz taking the first 2. Stephenson delivers a full count pitch to Battistoni, and he misses inside. Leadoff walk by Battistoni. Brings up the bottom of the order. Kenny Santiwan going to get another opportunity for an at-bat here.
And I see Alec Hutt on deck, so I think Sasai might be done for the night.
That makes a lot of sense. We thought probably should have been in their last inning. Now Alec Hutt going to get the opportunity to pinch hit for Sai. Santiwan takes that pitch in the zone. Stephenson gets ahead 0-2. And it's so nice to, as a pitcher, to get ahead 0-2. You just have so much room to work with. You have so many options. And he goes slider in the dirt. 54, a little low. Good job by Kenny not chasing that one. 3,000 viewers on TikTok watching that one camera angle. Follow that link on the field and in the bio. As Kenny Santiwan rolls one over to Ethan Wakefield at short. Flips it to Corral to try to turn two. And a little short on the throw. It was just barely in time, but the throw just short of the backstop to turn the double play. Santiwan going to reach first base on the fielder's choice. Nearly a double play turned by the Vaderz, but they do get the force out at second base.
That was a lot closer than I thought on the skip. I thought live, I thought it hopped way in front. Watching the replay, that was real close.
Just missed, as we do have Alec Hutt pinch hitting here for Sasai Alarcon. Alec Hutt with a home run in game number 2. Hutt acquired by the Vaderz earlier this season via one of their free agentship acquisitions.
Good hitting tip in the chat from one of our top hitters in the league, Mark Tabano. He says the only way to hit Stephenson is to just commit going to right side. I'm assuming he's talking about right-handers hitting him, trying to just get that pitch out and go the other way with it. You try to pull. Oh!
And Alec Hutt gets all of that one, but not quite under it enough as he lines it to Casey Taravella in left center field for out number 2. Hard hit ball by Alec Hutt, but unfortunately right at the sure-handed Taravella in left center.
He's starting to figure it out, Kyle. Even,
And Santiwan gets under this one just a little, looking for home run number 5 on the night, but it falls into the hands of Taravella in left center field. And no damage done from the Vaderz here in the top of the 4th. And the Legends hang on to that 4-run lead going to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Vaderz putting a lot of pressure on these last 2 innings in the 3rd and 4th and just not getting that one little hit to get them going. But they still got 2 more at bats. This is not over.
Yeah, you see they're a team that just never dies. They're always fighting, even when their studs, Ethan Ibarra and Nate Stepna, are not here. Top to bottom, this team is a tough out. And look, they're a bunch that knows they have a chance to win it all this season, and they want to win every game. And yes, everybody wants to win every game, but sometimes it feels like this Vaderz team wants to win games more than maybe anybody in this league. Sansone, one pitch, rolls one back to Santiwan, fires to the backstop for out number 1. Does Hutt pitch? Yeah, Hutt is actually the career leader in saves at CSN, the College of Southern Nevada. He's hasn't had a ton of opportunity to pitch on this team, as Billy Santiwan, Jason Walker, Nate Stepna done most of the pitching. But he is a guy who they're absolutely going to try to breed to be a pitcher as well here in PLW. Tons of depth in this Vaderz staff, top to bottom, on all sides of the ball.
Yeah, I noticed with Hutt, he's such a big dude, and I'm sure he threw hard in baseball. He struggles to get under 55.
Jeez. A spinner off the end of the bat of Garcia over to Eder, goes off his hands, but he does a great job gathering that in and firing a ball to the backstop. To be honest, I got nervous for a second. If that ball ended up here, I was not going to be happy.
Yeah, I might need to go to the restroom, check my shorts. That was scared me.
Boy.
Oof.
Taravella up here with nobody on and 2 out. Ooh, and that ball kind of got him in the mug. Thankfully, it's only a 52-mile-an-hour pitch from a wiffle ball.
I'm going to have a talk with Eder after the game. I don't like those throws.
And Taravella strikes right back. And Santiwan fires one into the backstop at 70 miles an hour. Billy had hit Casey in the shoulder / face the pitch before. Casey rocketed that one right up the middle off Billy Santiwan's midsection.
That was funny.
They have a fun little exchange back and forth.
My first reaction is always like, oh, God, like somebody's hurt, but you forget it's a plastic ball, so it's
in
all
softball,
fun.
that would be a...
call the ambulance.
Oh, my God, yeah, that'd be a disaster. We are going to see Jason Stephenson going back to the hill with a 4-run lead. A little surprised we're not seeing Taravella getting some more work tonight, as he's only gone 2 innings and just had that opportunity in game number 2. I do think if Stephenson gets into a little trouble, that's absolutely where Brad Ogden's going to be going. Looks like we're not going to see much Trench Pacone on the hill tonight. He's not getting a start at all. He's going to be bummed out about that. But I do know Trench loves swinging the bat, and he's very happy that a couple of home runs have come his way.
He's made so many plays at third base tonight, and I know Brad with the lead values his defense, and Trench he's made a lot of plays at third tonight.
Got to have him out there. As we've said, this is their best defense with Taravel in left, Osgood in right, and Pacone, Wakefield, and Corral in the infield.
And when the Legends got off to a slow start in the beginning of the year, they had a lot of stuff getting through at third base, and I know that's in the back of Brad Ogden's mind that Trench locks all that up. Ooh, I almost made a play there.
If you look at the perennial contenders in this league, one of the main things that they have in common is they all play great defense.
Yeah.
One of the reasons the Snappers have been in the championship series 3 consecutive seasons is that they've played nothing but lockdown defense since day one.
Yeah, Caps and GK shut down the left side of a field. Right?
And even they've had a couple of great outfielders. They even lost a guy this year that you haven't even got a chance to see. Michael Aguirre play outfield. The guy made amazing play after amazing play in outfield. And yeah, they've just had nothing but lockdown defense for sure.
It was
as Roundy goes down swinging, and that's just there's all sides of the ball are keys to victory, but defense is one of the things that kind of separates the average and great teams from the bottom half of the league for sure.
When J-Dub was over at my house this last weekend, we watched some old films, and I seen the Aguirre guy. He looked like an athletic freak out there.
Flew around like crazy.
Yeah.
Michael Aguirre missing from the Snappers defense for sure, but they're doing their own thing this year. Eder rolls one over to Wakefield. A little bit of trouble with it. Fires to the backstop, 60 miles an hour for out number 2. Ethan, I think that's one thing that you see Ethan try to field all those ground balls cleanly with like what would be a glove.
Yeah.
And because of the spin of the wiffle ball, so many of them go off his hands, and he has to kind of regather himself. And maybe an adjustment has to be made by Ethan to just really just try to be a goalie and knock it down. Let somebody else make the throw.
Yeah, that's been an adjustment. I've been playing more short, and I've been telling myself just like knock it in front of me, because even if it spins off, you got those guys in baseball. You feel like you have to make it, and it's really a team game out here with the defense. Nice,
Stephenson with a 43-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
Gio's so mad.
Gets Battistoni way ahead of it, and he pops out to second base. Stephenson pumps his fists, getting Battistoni for the third out. Yeah, you don't really realize when you first come around in this league how close the infielders are together. Yeah, we play on what is a big wiffle ball field, but in reality, compare it to a baseball field. It's 93 to down the left field line and 91 on the right field line. That's the bases in baseball.
Right.
So if you think
crazy.
We are looking at the bases of a baseball field. J-Rock had 3 coming into this game.
He pitched all 6 in the first.
Yeah.
Well, I'm worried about J-Rock too. I want to make sure that I don't put him out there and pitching.
J-Rock's all done. Billy's on his last one. Yeah, little confusion there as I'm in charge of keeping track of pitchers' innings tonight. This is going to be Billy's last inning, and Jason Stephenson is all done for the night. So we are going to see Casey Taravella in the 6th inning probably to face the Vaderz lineup. As I was saying, we are basically playing on an infield, the bases of baseball. So yeah, you don't really realize how close your infielders are. As Corral just gets under this one, and Kyle Eder ranges back into shallow left to make that play. Santarandi could have easily called him off. He was the one coming in, but Kyle Eder so sure-handed out there. Good job taking charge.
Hey, Eder yelling at me out there. I've been hyping him up. He's going to watch the chat and be like, oh, that's my boy.
I do like Kyle Eder taking the lead and calling for that ball. When it gets bad is when you have the unsure shortstop and the unsure left fielder converging together.
Right.
If one of them is the one that says, I got it, ball, good. That's what you want. Even if it's the guy who has to make the tougher play going back, you want the guy looking up saying, I got it, and going after it.
Yeah, and Eder's so confident. He probably thinks he could play the whole field by himself. So if it's in his vicinity, he's going for it.
As he should. He's got such good hands out there. He should be the one to be calling for the ball most often in the infield. Saw Justin Hicks make a similar play last night as he had to go about 15, 20 feet into the outfield, nearly collided with Adam Tanek. As Santiwan paints the outside pipe against Pacone, gets him looking for out number 2. Yeah, but the good thing that Hicks did was immediately call for it. He said, I got it, and just went back, made the play. And that's what you want. You never want the guys going back, both looking up in the air, waiting for the other guy to call him
And it was
off.
cool. Tanek, he knew Hicks had it, but he was there for the deflection. You know, it was a good team play. I remember that play.
Osgood rolls that one off the plate to Santiwan. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Santiwan in his final inning of the night. We just need 3 outs here for the Legends to take game number 3. Likely going to see Casey Taravella with balls in hand, going to head to the mound. Casey going to try to close this one down and get the last game here for the Legends, preventing their sweep. These teams played last week. Legends outscored them 25-16 and dropped 2 out of 3. Tonight they're being outscored 17 to, I think they're being outscored, let's see, 9-4, 4-2, so that's 17 to 14 they're being outscored tonight, and they're going to drop 2 again. So overall, they outscored them 43 to 33, I believe, something like 43 to 30, maybe something like that. And they're going to lose what looks like 4 out of 6, which is kind of pretty crazy, but shows you just, you got to win those close games.
Yeah.
For sure. They lost 2 one-run games. They lost a 2-run game tonight. So a couple of games where they could have won went the Vaderz way.
Bum Legends, man. You got to go get outs here between Santiwan and Hutt. You better not let Eder come up with a chance to tie this, because he lives for that moment.
I agree. Taravella likely to go right after these guys, knowing he has a 4-run lead. Forced Kenny Santiwan, Alec Hutt, and Billy Santiwan to put the ball in play. Let his defense go to work. But he misses inside twice, 2-0. Sansone has moved over to right field. Osgood over to left to replace Taravella. And Santiwan goes deep to left. And he homers. 8-5 now. His team's never dead. Vaderz can swing it with the best of them, and even their 5-hitter, Kenny Santiwan, not having a huge night at the plate, but does some damage there. Gets one back for his team.
Gets them going. Yeah, that one disappeared into the night. I never saw it coming down. It was hit so far. Wow.
All 6 guys can leave the yard in a hurry for this Vaderz team. This one's not over yet. Big 3 outs needed by the Legends here.
Hutt hit a rocket right at the left fielder last at bat.
Oh, Zenu saying, oh boy, Zenu saying that's not a standard wiffle ball. It sure is, man. We use nothing but brand new unscuffed wiffle balls right out of the box. The only thing different we do here is we just use a little bit of tape on the bats to make them not so light. There's a little extra pop, but yep, wiffle balls completely fresh.
Official. It's Premier League, baby. We got to do official stuff.
Buy them in bulk right from the distributor.
Let's go.
Right from Wiffle Inc., Connecticut.
The chat, I see some people saying, was that Kenny Santiwan's first career homer?
It might have been. I have to look that up for sure. I know he doesn't have exactly a ton of... Oh, my goodness. Alec Hutt gets under this one. That's going to carry out of here. Back-to-back home runs by Kenny Santiwan and Alec Hutt. Alex Hutt second on the night. And just like that, a 4-run lead is now a 2-run lead. Taravella, not himself, so far tonight. Back-to-back solo shots by the Vaderz. Make it 8-4 game, now 8-6. And you'd have Billy Santiwan coming up with 4 bombs already tonight. Then Tanner Roundy, then Kyle Eder. This game, Cody, is not over.
Not over. That ball was hit so hard and so high. I thought that was going to be the furthest home run in the history of PLW, and it just kind of died, but that was crushed.
Evan confirming for us that is Kenny Santiwan's first career PLW home run. Congrats, Kenny.
He hit it too far to get the ball. That sucks.
The Santiwan brothers homering together tonight. Billy fights that one off. Cody makes a ton of noise up here in the booth.
I tried to cover it, dude. I have there's like 400 gnats up here, and I think one went down my throat.
Put those emotes in the chat. Do you guys think the Vaderz are going to come back? Put that Vaderz emote as Santiwan goes down swinging. Or if you think the Legends hang on, throw that Legends emote up in the chat. Who are you guys pulling for in this game?
It said before the inning, do not get Kyle up with a chance to tie it. So this is a big at bat right here. Tanner gets on, it can get real interesting.
One more base runner on for the tying run to the plate. Taravella gets that slider in. Roundy stares at strike number 2. Couple of Vaderz, a couple of legends in the chat. This one could go either way still.
Go.
Roundy takes low, 1 and 2. Joe Bud dropping the 54 smell ya. New emote that hasn't really been used much recently. That's shout out to Adam Coates when he was mic'd up one night. Dropped that little
Oh, that's
line.
where that came from?
Roundy gets under this one, but that's over to Corral. Gonna corral that one in for out
Nice.
number 2. You see what I did there?
Yep, I love it. All right, here's my guy, Eder. He doesn't have a chance to tie it up, but he's looking to extend this game.
See how he approaches this at bat, realizing he can't tie it with one swing, but he lines one to Osgood off his hands, off the wall, and it's a triple. And we are going to have the tying run to the plate in the form of Gio Battistoni.
Oh, wow. That was ripped. That ball went 4 different directions and then ran into Osgood's body and bounced off the wall. That's one of the hardest balls hit tonight.
Tying run to the plate. Battistoni, a man with plenty of home runs already this year, could easily tie this game up with one swing. The 2 men behind him, Kenny Santiwan and Alec Hutt, both have homered in this inning. Gio takes ball 1 away. 1-1. This game got a lot more interesting in a hurry.
The Vaderz bench will erupt if he gets one here.
Battistoni stares at 54 in the zone, thought it was a little hot, but Taravella does paint it for the strike, and it's 1-2. Legends 1 strike away from taking game 3 in this series. Goes hot and swings and misses at strike 3, and the Legends hang on to win this 3rd game, to avoid getting swept and to stay in 5th place in the standings. The Legends drop 2 out of 3 tonight to the Vaderz, but show them that they can battle with them in every game. This Legends team is really a lot closer to this Vaderz team than the standings show.
Yes, and that win in Game 3, even though they lost the series, has got to feel really good for them in the grand scheme of things of the season. They got to feel like, they kept the Bombers, the Cajuns, away from being in a 3-way tie. They got control of their own destiny as far as a lead in the standings. They just got to stay ahead of the pace. So that was a big win for the Legends to hold on to that one.
Yeah, there is definitely just this morale you want to have as a team. You drop the first 2 games of the night, you're just thinking, man, okay, we already lost this series. But if we can go get game 3 and then roll that into next week, feel better about ourselves and keep that momentum rolling into the next week, it's a big win. You said it simply as that. It is a big win. Good job by the Legends to seal this last game. Who we want up in the booth? You get that poll up right now, guys. Get those votes in. Billy Santiwan, Kyle Eder, Tanner Roundy, or Jason Walker. Get those votes in right now. Poll is only going to be up for a minute. Billy Santiwan so far taking the lead as expected. 4 home runs tonight for Billy, and some not Billy Santiwan-esque pitching performances, but good enough.
Yeah, he had two 0 innings where I think he went 3 up, 3 down in the 4th and 5th at the end of that game. That just kept him in it, give him a chance in game 3. But yeah, he wasn't himself in game 1.
Yeah, we talked about that decision in the 2nd inning of game number 2 about whether or not to go to him there, and that is something that I'm going to ask Billy for sure about that decision, as it looks like Billy Santiwan has won this poll. Why don't you go get Billy and I'll talk to him. We'll find out what Billy was thinking in game number 2 there and talk to him about his hot swing bat lately. But real quick, let's look ahead to tomorrow night really quick, as we have a rematch of last week's games. Night Owls, Warbirds tomorrow. Last week, the Night Owls won 2 of 3, failing to sweep the Warbirds. And they will battle again tomorrow night. They'll flip-flop home sides. Tomorrow, the Warbirds will be home as we welcome tonight's stud.
Oh, what's up, Kyle? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? Billy Santiwan up in the booth. Welcome, my friend. Let's see, what do we want to talk about first? You get 4 home runs tonight. 1 in game 1, and you found 3 in game number 2. Tell us what you're seeing lately at the plate. You've had a little bit of power emergence. I think you have like 7 or 8 home runs in the last 3 or 4 series. Really, you've been known as this typical slap hitter. You kind of find holes no matter where. I joke with you, the luckiest hitter. You're always hitting it where they're not. but now you're showing some real power. What are you seeing lately at the plate?
I'm just trying to find a barrel, man. That's it. That's my approach. Find a barrel, and now I got a little launch angle going, and the ball's going up instead of straight. So,
do you have any? What's your overall approach early in counts? Are you looking to be swinging at that? Are you just looking see ball, hit ball? You're trying to see a strike first pitch and go after it. You want to make these guys work at all? What's your general approach to the plate?
Man, it varies by at bat. It varies by at bat
and by pitcher.
Knowing by who the pitcher is exactly. Obviously, a lot of guys try to get ahead early, but I have the best 4 guys behind me.
Of course, yeah.
Between Ethan, Kyle, Ryan, Roundy, Gio.
Everybody.
It doesn't.
Hut, Kenny. I mean, everybody can hit the ball out, which is great.
That's why we kind of moved me back to the one spot. Let me see
be the table setter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, those are the guys that are going to really be swinging for the fences, and you're the guy who you can really confidently get on base a lot, whether it's a walk or with those singles.
And even if I get out, productive at bat,
Productive at-bats are the key to success in both this league and all of these bat and ball sports. You can't be up there just rolling over the first pitch. You want to make pitchers work deep in counts, make them give you better pitches, and when you get higher quality pitches, you're going to have higher quality swings, and you're going to hit the ball a lot further.
And, eventually you're going to find your holes, and you're going to, you might poke one over the fence.
Exactly.
I don't know. I got kind of lucky. I'm the luckiest hitter in the league.
You're not. Look, you know that I joke about that. You're the luckiest hitter. You're a fantastic hitter in this league, an unbelievable pitcher. You're overall been fantastic so far this season. I want to talk to you about a key decision in game number 3. You guys fell behind 3-1, and then Kyle Etter, after that error by Ethan Wakefield, hits a 3-run home run. You go up 4-3. Your brother Kenny had pitched the first inning and given up 3 runs and was a little rocky. You had 4 innings left with 5 innings remaining. Back, now you have the lead. What is your thoughts on whether or not to go to yourself there to look for a shutdown inning, but you didn't, and you trusted in Kenny? What was your thought process in that decision on who to go to the mound in inning number 2?
Listen, Kyle, I need to have confidence in every single one of my guys. I have confidence in every single one of my guys. I can't have them going out there being afraid to throw.
Right.
Failure's going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
I give up runs. Roundy gives up runs.
Everybody does.
It happens.
Nobody shuts down everybody. And that's good. And I'm glad to hear you say that, which is basically what we were thinking. We were like, look, Kenny needs this high leverage spot. Billy trusts him. He knows he's going to have an opportunity to get him here. And if he doesn't get him, look, Billy's right behind him and can mop it up. It just, it didn't work out in that situation. But it was good to see him having the opportunity there, and good that you as manager have faith in not only him but in all your guys in that spot. And that's good on you.
Absolutely. And look, we're shorthanded today, right? We have no Ibarra. We have no Stepna. Come out. We have our game 2 lows. We won game 2. So why not? Let me trust my guys. He's proven he's got dirty stuff, He's good.
Knuckleballer as well with you. Yeah, he's got that stuff that's like similar to you, and I'm glad you have faith in him. Yes, he hasn't shown the ability to have as dominating stuff, but he's a guy that you can go to, and I'm glad to hear you say that you have faith in him.
It'll come. I'm apparently the old man on the team, so I heard that was one of the things that was said. So
you do have a lot of young 20-somethings on the team, and that's a good thing to have, as they're all strong athletes. So good win tonight. Congratulations to you as the Vaderz continue to roll on. I believe your magic number is 2 now to clinch a playoff spot. I'm not sure if you're aware, but 32 wins will clinch you a playoff spot. You guys now sit at 30 and 15, I believe, 45 games into the season. 230 winning. It's a 667 winning percentage. Good work. Yeah, congrats to your Vaderz. Good. Congrats to Billy Santiwan here. 4 home runs on the night. More dominant pitching performance. Continue to do what you're doing. Happy to have you up here,
Appreciate
buddy.
it, Kyle.
No problem. That's Billy Santiwan, everybody. Tomorrow night, we have the Night Owls versus the Warbirds in another rematch as we continue our week of rematches. Night Owls got 2 of 3 against the Warbirds last week. Warbirds are going to look to do some damage. A little bit of breaking news I got for you right now. Jim Dodos is, I think, doubtful for tomorrow. He told me today, I asked him straight up. I said, Jim, you're going to be there tomorrow night? And he said, doubtful. So,
I got breaking news. He's out.
You got breaking news. He's out. Wow. Official breaking news. Dodos will not be there tomorrow night. But I got to say, the last time we saw a Warbirds team without Jim Dodos, they crushed the ones. So we'll see. Buck Burner hit 7 home runs that night, and we'll see if they have a similar chip on their shoulder, something to prove without Jim Dodos there tomorrow night. So
absolutely.
Looking forward to that series. Night Owls, Warbirds tomorrow night. That'll do it for us here at the Hideaway Field, PLW, Las Vegas, Nevada. Thanks for joining us. For Cody Runnels, I'm Kyle Lohman. We will see you guys tomorrow night.
Have a good night.